get you fired up yet?
It's fired up.
Oh, crap. Perfectly timed. What was I looking for? Oh, yeah, the number. Oh, my gosh. I think we're at like 60.
We actually made it to 60? That's crazy. No way. I thought we were at like 55.
Okay, it's 57 now. This is number 57.
Wow, okay.
How are there 60 videos in here then? I don't know, man. This playlist has 60 videos.
That's still pretty crazy. 57? That's a lot.
Dude, that's pretty wild. You know, Steve, what is your first BOOMcast appearance?
It's actually, I don't fucking know.
It's man, what a dick. Why you gotta be like that, dude?
I know.
I don't know how you expect me to remember that. Oh, sick. That's really early.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought it was later than that. Oh, okay. Sick.
Yeah. Asshole.
I'm going to remember that now, though. I'm going to remember that.
Yeah, it's like the Fantastic Four.
All right.
Forever ago.
Yeah, a long time. Can't believe we've done 57 of these. That's kind of crazy to me.
5-7? Damn, let's go.
But all right, we're back. BOOMcast number 57. Not a lot of stuff happened in the last 2 months. We have a special guest, of course, Tasty Steve.
He's not that special. He's been here since like the 4th episode.
Yeah, bro.
And then he has never shown up again since.
Yo, man, I can only go where I'm asked to go. When people ask me, then I'll go. But if no one asks me,
I asked them.
I can't go.
Oh.
That is also
We
true.
would do these more often, but I think most of the time we want to do it, you're not around. Like you're like busy traveling somewhere else and doing something else, you know?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and sometimes you're those places with me, so blame yourself too there.
Sometimes.
Damn.
But the other times when I'm trying to call you, you know, it's not usually my fault.
Shake that water. Why are you shaking water?
Rip over here drinking dish soap water again.
Yeah.
I thought you
I was like, that's
chug that dish soap.
Shaking water?
Chug that dish soap.
Yummy. Gross.
But yeah, episode 57, last 2 months, we haven't really had any Tekken action because TWT World Tour, the events have concluded. Tiger Uppercut was the last master event before we went on hiatus until December, where the finals showed up in Shibuya, Japan. And we had Rip and Tasty Steve as commentators there. It was the first time ever 4-day event. We've talked about it past couple episodes several times, the format, all that stuff, breaking down the days, but yeah, first time ever, 4 days. You guys were there. How was the experience for you guys? The good, the bad? Give us the spill.
Yeah. Steve, you go first.
So, I mean, it was split up into 2 days. 2 days that we did in Bandai Namco Studios, which is really sick. We hadn't been back there since King of Iron Fist, one of them joints. It was one of those since the last time we were actually there. It was made up a lot better this time. They had like a green room for everybody, for the commentators, as well as the other commentators that was there as well for the Japanese stream, which was like really dope. We kind of had like a little war room in there. Spencer was keeping score, certain matches in the groups in there as well while we were like hanging out. So all of that was really good. And then I know everybody was talking about the group stage, which was also really dope because I had people that don't really conventionally watch Tekken hit me up. Like some of my Street Fighter homies was like, yo, bro, what's up with the format? And I explained it to them and they were like, oh man, that's actually like really cool. The fact that they had the group format, and if you didn't make it in, you could still automatically get in through the LCQ, which is really, really dope. So, and even like the way that it played out, it was very much kind of like Japanese style where, you know, it was very slow to start. We had the gloves on for the medals and whatnot, but all in all, like those first 2 days, including the finals day, DJ, all of that stuff, it was actually dope. I had a really good time. Bought some cool merch. It was great.
Yeah, I saw you jamming in there in the pit, you know, in the pit with Mark Van during the DJ.
Get in the fucking pit. No, I remember. Yeah, so I let Steve refresh my memory there. So yeah, day 1 and 2, we were inside Bandai Namco office. That was cool. We had a green room and everything. I think the only weird part about that was that there was no crowd, right? Because this was the first time there was a Tekken World Tour Finals where it was like, this is it, right? The 20 global players get together to compete, and then there's no crowd for them for that whole phase of it, you know? So that part is a little weird. It felt odd. And then, you know, people in my Discord were like, you're like, what is this? I just tuned in. I saw these guys qualifying. There's like 6 people clapping for them. You know, I was like, what is going on here? And so,
everybody.
well, no one could see the crowd. Right?
Yeah.
No one knew what was behind the
Yeah.
camera, right? But I think that there was just a lack of like transparency or communication about what was going on. Because I feel like if you had tuned in any year prior to this, to the Tekken World Tour Finals, and you see that day one, and you see the top players, just like it's an arena kind of experience, you know, auditorium sort of thing with a bunch of people. So, you know, to tune into this now, you'd be like, wait, this isn't the TWT Finals I'm used to watching, right? And of course, that kind of experience was on the last 2 days. So the format being split up like this was like interesting. It's different, but I think it definitely confused some people out there.
But also just to throw something in there, this also meant that we saw like every match. Like we saw every match and it was sick. Like being able to keep track of all of that was probably one of my favorite things about it being set up that way. Like they didn't have to worry about an off stream anything. Yeah, I saw it play out on the stream just along with us. I thought that was really interesting. I just wanted to throw that in there.
No, yeah, because I think in the past years, like the round robin phases we always streamed every match of that. But you'd get to the LCQ day or the LCQ portion, and that one you'd miss 90% of the matches or something, right?
Yeah.
And that was like always the big miss. But in the new format, we got to see more of the LCQ. Was it all? I think more. We saw more. We still couldn't see all of it.
It was a lot more because
there's so many people there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you still miss some of the LCQ, but you still get all the round robin action, right? And day 1 and 2, you know, they had global leaderboard, regional leaderboard. The only unfortunate part about this format was that those 2 groups of players could not meet each other unless it was in the LCQ or like round 2 of losers in the top 16. So you never got to see those guys intersect until way later in the tournament, if at all, right? Because they might have been eliminated by then or whatever. So, and some of those were in the top 16. And I think that's kind of the interesting thing about the format too, is where these regional leaderboard guys, they may not have been able to qualify on the global leaderboard. But because it was regional, they get deep into that top 16, at least like 2 rounds in, you know, sometimes because of the way the seeding works out. So I definitely talked to some people about how to like value regional leaderboard versus global leaderboard, because it still sucks for those guys. Like they win their regional leaderboard and then they're out in loser bracket still. You know, you win the LCQ, you're out in loser bracket still. So
for the finals day on Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. So you know, the guys at Bandit Namco, they're aware of it, they understand it, so they're going to try to see what they can do about it for next year. But it's definitely something that they understand and are working to improve, basically.
That was definitely my gripe with it as a spectator. Just seeing edges run through LCQ on day 3, right? Like I thought, you know, all the previous years, the LCQ was always day 1, was the first day, and then you get the group stages. This year it was day 1, global leaderboards, 4 groups of 5 players duking it out, and then 2 make it out, and everybody that didn't make it out gets entered into LCQ. Same thing for regionals, except for 3 groups of 5 players. So it's like, and then everybody that didn't make it out on day 2 goes to LCQ. So it's like all those people that were qualified, all those monsters are in LCQ. And the LCQ already almost had like 600 players this year. Yeah. So that whole part was really fun to spectate. But the only gripe I've had was, damn, that sucks for Edge. He did all that work yesterday just to make it into loser side of top 16. Yeah. You know, it's like if everybody made it into winner side on top 16, sure, Sunday would have been a super long day. I would have been much happier with that. You know, it's just like everybody starts in winner. Everybody has 2 life. You know, it would have been a longer day, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't even consider that. The idea that you could have everyone just go to winners and have a longer Sunday. Because I was trying to think, was Sunday a long day for us? I think it was just because the matches went kind of long. The sets went long. Because they had first to 3 the whole way through, right? Yeah. But if they had done like top 16 where it's first to 2 until the top 8 or something, then maybe you could have done everyone in winners. Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Yeah, definitely a time thing, but as putting myself in the spectator shoes of like the global leaderboard, I traveled all year long and then I didn't make it out round robin in day 1. You know, it's like at least I got that one more shot of LCQ. I think that part was pretty cool about the.
Yeah, I don't think any of the old qualified players complained about that part if they lost. You know, like another thing too is like, you know, I remember Kakoma, he made it out of his group, the global leaderboard, and then he had nothing to do on LCQ day. So he played like fantastic on day 1, and then day 2 had nothing to do. Day 3 had nothing to do. And then day 4 came back and wasn't really playing the same like he did on day 1, you know? So it's like, that was kind of brutal too. I was like, man, you played so good. I really thought it was like the best Kakoma I'd seen all year on day 1. And then on day 4, it's like, oh boy, that's not the same guy. And he's getting smoked. And you can't just like snap your finger and play differently all of a sudden, you know? So that's rough. Long break.
I do like it felt like it was kind of, you know how we did the old, I guess, King of Iron Fist thing where we had all those like matches and tournaments in the same day, and it was kind of like grueling. That it was very reminiscent of that for some of the players, especially once you made it past the initial group day. Like you said before, if you ain't make it through the group day, you're in the LCQ. If you ain't make it through the regional group day, you're in the LCQ. And it's like, that's a lot of hardcore ass, like not only just Tekken, but like playing at a high level for a long ass time. And then some people getting ice. So it's a give and take, you know, it's a give and a take.
Yeah, that's a good like the whole takeaway from like Kakoma's doing really well in day 1. That mental fortitude kind of falls off when you're not playing. You know, when there's nothing, you're like, oh, I'm in it. 2 days rest. Like how do you start that back up again? Like, do you practice, warm up? Like, even if you warm up, how do you do that? Like, it's so hard to mentally like get locked in, you know, versus like you're surviving Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday type of thing, right? You're constantly on the edge, but you're still like on that, like feel like I'm not out of this yet. I'm still in dangerous waters. There's a lot of sharks, and I gotta fight my way all the way to the end, you know? So yeah, poor boyfriend.
Rangchu did it.
Right?
Dude, his run was crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
he's built different for sure. I mean, he's a father, so he's fighting for like
That's
everything.
what I'm saying, bro.
He's
I was looking at
fighting
his
for it.
face. I was like, oh, that is the face of a father right there. Those are long hours.
Yeah, look at that.
Long
Look at
gaming hours right there,
Yeah.
bro. He's like, God damn.
dude,
Yeah,
he had the
that's raw.
assist too from Yasuda for the
Hey,
trophy,
the Michael Jackson gloves.
just in case. Yeah.
Like, let me hold it, bro. I can do it myself.
And streamers all over his face, taking streamer face.
Gosh.
Yeah. Sunday rolls around and then Rangchu ends up winning another one. The first one ever to take a double. And it's crazy too, because we had a couple other players here. If you guys look at this top 8 results right now, Atif, former TWT World Tour champion.
Yep.
Arslan Ash, another former TWT World Tour champion. And then it's like everybody else here is killers too. You have Edge, who had that crazy run at LCQ. I feel like everybody that makes it out of LCQ usually makes like top 4 or
top 8 or something.
Yeah, it's something crazy.
It feels like it.
It's pretty consistent. But yeah, it's been, and then Shadow making it in the mix as well. CBM, the John, got like 3 Pakistan, 3 Korea. We got 1 Saudi Arabia. We got 1 USA.
How many EU in here?
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
I wasn't even setting it up. But
oh wow, that's unfortunate.
Sheesh. Sorry, I didn't.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh
Man,
wait,
you know what about
we actually had
Atif, bro?
2 NA in top.
Who's the second one?
Oh, we had a Divine Exorcist. He's also NA.
Oh yeah. Technically,
Oh.
yes. What else was I gonna say? No, Atif, bro. What a year for him.
Yeah.
3
Ooh.
second place finishes. Like
Yeah.
that's brutal and awesome at the same time. You know,
And,
awesome
and it's
but
the
brutal.
3 biggest events.
Biggest.
The
Yeah.
3 biggest. Like, bro.
And wait. This was the same year, right? Like technically 2024. TWT.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
2023
Yeah, yeah.
ending.
Oh no,
Yeah.
the 2023. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was technically this year. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a
Wow, you're gonna add another one on there?
I didn't realize it, bro. I
I'm
didn't
not
realize it went
jacking
down
no
like
more,
that.
bro. The mental weight, bro.
Like,
Yeah.
goddamn.
But I
Yeah,
mean, you know, I mean, back when we used to play like even just like locals, and I would get second place like Kane repeatedly. It was like so frustrating. I'm just trying to imagine that on the scale of like the biggest tournaments of the year. Every one of them second. It's like, why, dude? That is so
imagine
hard.
if you're getting like 9th every year.
I would take 9th over it. You know, I'd be like,
I feel
thank
like
goodness.
second that many times is
second
more hard.
hurts.
Is way more heartbreaking than
You're
9.
one step away from being a champion, not like just a top 8 contender like the other guys.
But then I hope he shouldn't be disheartened about that because he's still.
But it's impossible not to, you know, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. The more it stacks up, the more it gets like that, I feel like.
I mean, yeah, I guess yeah, it does suck that you're not there yet. You know,
Always the
Damn, he's the new Reno.
bridesmaid. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. That
yeah,
used to be for other players, It's like,
Mhm.
and it's crazy to me because Atif, for the majority of the tournament that he does get second at, and he's madly consistent too. Like you gotta talk about consistency. Like sure, like
Life is ridiculous, bro.
like
yeah.
like like Ulsan won EWC, Arslan won Evo, but like TWT Finals, Rangchu. All three different winners, right? But
Mm.
second place is always a T.
Mm.
It's just like it's always so close, and that has to hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think about like looking at this lineup and seeing like how many new faces are kind of mixed with like the expected faces in there, and that's why I brought up like Rife, right? Like if you just look back at the beginning of the TWT season, he was somebody that was out there traveling multiple tournaments even before this year, and like continue to do so. You knew like the entire goal was to be like, hey, I'm trying to win TWT finals. So like I'm looking at Shadow, who was like, we at a certain point in the year, we were looking at his tweets where he was just like, bro, I am dying out here and I'm not even like guaranteed yet. Like that's crazy. Look how much he had to travel to kind of do that. And then just looking at just, the evolution, the Atif story by itself, that's another thing because everybody's looking. I feel like the wait is so immeasurable for him. Because everybody's looking at Atif now to be like, bro, you got to step up now. But like the competition is rising just the same. So it's really interesting to see that. And then just to see the recovery of the players, like after they got eliminated from the LCQ, like every one of them will tell you like, bro, this tournament is ridiculous. Like not only just the fact that it's Tekken 8 in this game, but like the players here is like ridiculous. So it was just good to actually see something like that play out and the way that it even played out. So.
Yeah. The game's from my experience of watching, right? And then like from 7 to now, right? Is I could tell like since 8 has been out, everyone's on thin ice. Thin ice. No one's safe. It's so scary to see. Well, I mean, it's funny, but at the same time, it's scary. Like when they play, they're like constantly like on the edge of their seat, praying that whatever hits them doesn't kill them. And like Kokoma, for example, he has the most like funniest expression when he gets hit by shit. Like he's like, like he's getting right, and he's all over the place, right? And then Nobi, for example, another one. When I was watching him play, he gets hit by something. He's always doing some dumb smirk and stuff. He's like okay, that hit me. That hit me.
Yeah, he definitely has a heavy eye roll. Like
yeah, and it's so entertaining from an entertainment point of view. Like since I'm not participating, I'm watching that even the best get hit by the craziest shenanigans or bullshit, right? And it's just pure entertainment after that, right? The whole entertainment aspect. But then there's also the competitive behind it. It's like they're locked in, barely blinking, taking sips of empty bottles, which I thought was funny.
That's
People
just the best.
take a bottle of water and take a sip. There's nothing in there. But mentally, you could see that they're so focused. They don't even realize there's nothing in there. They're just cute, locked in. They're just like going through a routine. They're like, tapping their hat, rubbing their face, doing there are certain routines that snap them out of it. But the water gave it away. That shit was funny. Every time we should have had a counter for that.
Empty water bottle, dude, and they're like gripping it too. It's all like scrunched and shit, too. Trying to get like every drop out.
It was crazy. And then right after, the attendant, right, would come out and he'll clean up after them. I felt so bad. He'll look at the water. He'd be like, "This shit is empty. What is he drinking?" Then walk away with it. So funny. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
The players, man. The players is what makes the game, in my opinion. It's always been. And like the storylines with like Atif, second place, which I think he's gonna have like a crazy winning streak soon. I feel like it's just like it's like boiling point.
I don't know, man.
I think he's gonna go on like a crazy winning streak. Like he's just gonna be.
I think there's a win streak coming.
Not from
me.
You, but I knew you were gonna say that. No,
me, bro. Not me. Bro.
No, it's fair.
Me.
It's fair to say.
Yeah, not me. Me.
Dude, that match in the LCQ against
Nobi.
Yeah, and then the combo drop. Did you guys see the tweet after that?
Yeah.
What do you say?
He said I pressed up forward 3+4 and he gave me nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
Nee doesn't know how to press buttons. Come on, he couldn't have been anything else. But it's,
Dude, and he did
Check
the
the
tech,
inputs.
and then he did the Tekken player thing where he's like, I'm gonna go for it again because it didn't work immediately, and that's what got him.
oh
killed.
yeah.
So I
Yeah.
kind of believe him. So
Mhm. I mean,
I
it
don't
happens.
know.
I
That's
mean,
crazy.
should it happen? Like, is this not something we should be talking about? But like,
I don't. I didn't like. This is the first time I'm hearing about the tweet, right? So I don't even know. But you know, if there's an issue, that's unfortunate, and hopefully it gets fixed, right? Like, what else can you do about it at this point?
I think we need to be more vocal about it and say that if the
Yeah.
button is the game is eating inputs
Yeah.
for tournament players, that shit sucks.
Yeah. Didn't Kane have something about that too? About like a down forward 1-2 or down forward 2-1 Heihachi or something?
Yeah. No, there's multiple instances of all over. But
I was been talking about stuff like this since, you know, how it was in 7. Like I always had the issue. I'm like, bro, I know my double inputs. I don't know whether it was me, and then y'all were like,
Talking about
just
you.
map it.
How are you missing
Yeah.
inputs just mashing?
damn, wow. Why you gotta do him like that?
Yeah.
Here comes RDC.
He-
I
he's
never
inputting
match RDC.
inputting
That's actually
RDC
disrespectful.
like the Tekken 3,
I
like
never matched
each
RDC.
individual.
He's like piano. Dun, 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 dun.
and then the third multi-throw like 90% never comes out. I'm like,
Oh.
No, like
Kidding
I've
me.
definitely had that issue. I've definitely experienced that myself. So I'm right there with you on that. I've been talking about this before this. So
Yeah. I mean, it's an issue, and hopefully they address it at some point. I'm seeing Z in the chat talking about Ulsan falling short this year. Like, to me, that's the least surprising thing, because every year at the TWT Finals, whoever did well doesn't win the tournament. That's what it feels like. It's like 90% of the time, that's what
a
happens.
given. Like everybody's favorite going into TWT Finals is probably Ulsan, right? Because he won EWC. He's the
He won so much.
Yeah, he won so much money. He's the most lucrative Tekken player ever. And then it's like, it's usually not the one that you're thinking of who's going to win TWT Final. It's never the case.
it's always hard. I feel like it's really hard because I feel like every time we look at like who's make a top 16, who's qualified globally in the whole 9, there's always that one player we forget about. It happens with Chickering. It happened with Rangchu his initial year. Like people, we've all seen that lineup and be like, oh, it's definitely going to be this person. And it's never that person. But also like looking at Ulsan and his arc at the end, like I would love to see all the top 20 on a chart, to see their wins and their losses and when they came and like how they topped out. Because if you look at how Ulsan was like, what is it, golden letters, he won that, EWC, and then like even some stuff in between that he was winning, right? And then like we get to this point and he dropped twice at that point because he didn't make it through in the group stages, and then the LCQ where once he got up there, we were looking at him like, damn, is Ulsan gonna? I remember Rip was like, damn, is Ulsan gonna make it back in here? And I was there's no way you can call who's gonna play it out, but once again, I'm looking at the target. Like one of the targets in the entire tournament is Ulsan, so him making it back, I feel like was even harder for him to get back after he got knocked out of that group, because everybody's already trained to a degree, not only to be Ulsan, but to fight a high-level Dragunov. So, like, that mean it was even harder for him to make it back through.
Yeah, the target on your back aspect is hella real. As soon as you win the last big event, you're enemy number 1, you know? And also, Dragunov got a little slight slap on the wrist, you know, with the back 4-3 tracking, the QCF4 no longer wall splatting. So he did get some nerfs that did change a lot of gameplay stuff. So.
And that matters at the highest level of the game.
Of course.
Yeah, dude. The Dragunov mirror that we saw in like group play day, bro, I was legit like, damn, I know it's a mirror match, but I shouldn't be this entertained by this, because I like seeing like what happens when, you know, you mimic it to get those results and you see the top player going up against like the person that's either runner up or like just playing it at the second highest level, and how they take advantage of stuff like that. It was really interesting to me to see that, especially in the game like Tekken 8, where like inconsistency is what we're looking at more than anything. Like, so who's gonna not make it to this group even though they're a ridiculous player? So
it's the crazy part.
Forgot. The Farzine finger for Ulsan,
Oh
the
my
Yoshimitsu
God,
ball. I better rage art that.
Yeah,
Well,
he
we've
did
seen
so
that
much.
situation.
Yeah,
I
we've
was
seen
sitting
it.
next to Anakin, bro, and Anakin was like, soon as he saw the interaction, before it even, he was like, he's
Don't
dead.
rage art it. Don't rage
He
art
was
it.
like,
Like,
he
yeah.
was like, he's sorry. He's like, oh, he's dead. And I was like, damn. And then it was like, booms, KO. I was like, wow, that's crazy. He's like, yeah, bro, he's dead. He's like, that was a checkmate situation in a lot of instances, right? Like reactions killed you. It was nothing else, you know? So
I felt like that situation was just muscle memory. Like he
yeah.
just saw opening, even though we've seen it a few times, right? With like other players, like I think Candy Trench did it before, but like he had his finger out. We all know you're gonna die if you do a rage art, but doesn't matter. It's just instincts, like
Heat of
an
the moment.
opening,
Yeah.
smash, and then
Reactions.
And you're kind of using your opponent's skill set against themselves. It's like, oh, they're super quick with reactions. They don't know what they're reacting to with that rage art button. They're just reacting with anything. Let me give them the finger, It's like, hey, react to this, So
Before that group started,
he hella big laughed, like he got hit.
he
you saw the
did, yeah.
camera, and he laughed. He's like, he was like laughing and stuff. And then Ulsan was just like,
dude, Farzine was probably like, Farzine's only like young 20s, right? But he's like,
Yeah, he was cracking up, dude.
he probably was like, I haven't hit this shit in 20 years.
Nah, bro.
Damn.
Like before that group started, I asked him, like, hey, like, who are you gonna use? Because this is like a very stacked group, whatever. And he's like, maybe Yoshimitsu. And I was like, Yoshi? Is Yoshi good against Dragunov? He's like, yes. I'm like, okay. And then he's already eliminated at that point when he goes up to play Ulsan. But he's like, all right, well, I'm already out. Let me just put out the Yoshi then. So that's the only reason he even brought it up, because he was already done. He had no chance of winning in that group anymore. And he's all right, Yoshimitsu time, and that's what beats Ulsan and sends him to LCQ. It's crazy.
A man with nothing to lose is a dangerous man. Yeah,
A Yoshi with nothing to lose is even more dangerous.
Damn, a Yoshi with no cause, bro. That's crazy.
Scary.
I feel like that's how every Yoshi player plays, anyways. Like
Yeah.
their life is on the line.
you get rewarded for that character.
Let me flash a couple times.
That is the character. That is literally the character. You get rewarded for playing like that with that character.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They play like they have no life, but they can have full bars. But that's how they play. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I could be the better player and just block and just wait for this flash and I'll punish it. Oh, it still get hit.
They're spinning away. It's like, just because I ain't got no life, don't mean I ain't got no balls.
Can I take this 50-50? No, get away. Like, oh my god.
You just made me want to be a Yoshi player right there, Mike. That was pretty good.
Oh fuck. Doing the wrong thing. I'm doing the opposite of what I'm trying to do. But yeah, a couple other players that I wanted to talk about. Like, I kind of like interrupted Rip's train of thought with Knee coming back. I think his run at TGU, and then like just every little bit of the progression of we've been seeing, like him leveling up. It's like, yeah, he can be a threat in the future. Like his Brian from the beginning of the year, where he's like dying with like heat 3 rounds in a row, and it's like, until like now has changed immensely.
I was actually I saw when he was playing really well in that tournament. There were, everybody was watching it, and I was like, yo, we're watching Knee evolve like before our own eyes, and like that is really cool. That was one of the dopest things ever. He even commented back like, yo, thank you, right? Because like seeing him, like you said, Mike, from the beginning of the season till like now is like night and day. Like you said, he wasn't playing Tekken 8. I'm like, now he's playing Tekken 8. And then Markman made this comment when we were talking about the exact same thing, and he was just saying everybody knows it takes Knee 2 seasons. Like once the stage, like we get to that second season Knee, that's a different Knee, bro. And that makes a lot of sense considering like what we saw when it comes to like Knee building up and getting better and better as the season goes on. He was very close. Dude, we were all talking about this. We were like, bro, Knee's gonna make it. Other players were like, bro, Knee's gonna make it. Like everybody was looking at Knee to make it. And like, man, I really love seeing like Knee being in that spot to where it's like undoubtedly, if you thinking about anybody, Knee's still in there. You know what I'm saying? And he's really rising to the occasion, man. So shout outs to Knee, bro. It's been super dope to see it.
Shout outs to the old school players that still are hanging in there.
Yeah, still doing it for us old guys. Like, damn, it's still possible. He's still doing it. That's really what it is. But like big shout outs to Rangchu, man. Like the way he played, the whole weekend was crazy. His group stage was so dominant with him just like being number 1 seed out of his pool. You know, it's just like, what the hell? He wrecked everybody all the way to the top. It was crazy. His defense with the Bears, and he said it before on record too. He's like, I've played the Bears because I can't sidestep very good. I can't move very good. So I'm just playing a character that doesn't really have to sidestep. And then
Bruh, that's sick.
Lo and behold, all his other aspects of Tekken and like mind games and like understanding like situations, understanding your opponent's mind, what they're thinking in the heat of a battle. It's like, oh, they probably want to hit me low here. Like his reads on defense are ridiculous. Like,
dude, I've been talking about this for a while now. I was like, and I've been saying this about Tekken 8. I was like, bro, the hardest part about Tekken 8 is that they've changed it so much that your old defensive options, they go out the window a lot of times. So even if you do have the understanding, like, well, I can't do this well, removing the mental stack of having to deal with, well, damn, I'm not going to sidestep now because I can't. I got to focus on my back and forth defense, my high-low defense a lot more than my left to right defense. That's like, that to me is like the next level. Removing one of your worst options by playing into it, that's crazy.
I mean, like with Rangchu, like it's just like it just fits so well because the character itself, his lows, like if you think about it as a technical standpoint, his lows, you know, he has bare feet. A lot of stuff is gonna miss. A lot of stuff is not gonna hit clean. So it's gonna throw the opponent for a loop most of the time, right? And then another thing is just standing still and blocking is like the best option against like Heat right now. You gotta block and you gotta wait for the opening, right? And when for Rangchu, like he's just so good at knowing what options are left for the opponent. So he's gonna tell himself, well, he's too far for me to do this. So his next option is gonna be this low. So I gotta look for the low. He's gonna look for the low and he sees it. Everyone loses their mind. Oh my god, he's out of control, you know. But he took their option away. So this is their only play, unless they want to just waste their heat and not do anything, and that's it, you know. And then it's his turn again. So that's a big congratulations to Rangchu. He did really well. So fun to play. Shout out to Rangchu Dad.
And another thing was that even the other players I was talking to, I think it was either Farzine, I think it was Joker as well. Like we were saying, like, bro, Rangchu's defense is kind of crazy. Like, if you just go back and look at the matches, and it's not even just his upfront block high-low quickly defense, but just like you said, choosing to back up, using like the bare legs to his offensive defensive nature. It's like, oh, I know you need to be this close, so that's when I'm gonna start priming my line. Like he knew so much about when people would try to take advantage of where the bear is and where the bear is on the screen, defensively and offensively, like across the board. Like even the other players noticing it should tell you everything you need to know about it. It's not just how raw the offense was. My man's defense was like probably the best that we saw this entire weekend, you know?
Yeah.
We've always seen moments of this Rangchu like from time to time. We've seen it like earlier this year too, like DreamHack Dallas. You guys were both commentating that. Like his match against Nobi in that grand finals, like there's so many strong players just like right at the cusp of, you know, like on any given weekend they could take it. But Rangchu's specialty is that defense, dude. Like his understanding of like the pace of a match and like when to make these reads, when to make these call outs is just second to none. And none other than that.
Was his family there too? I'm sorry.
Mimi was there and the kid was there too.
Another drive for the dad. If you know if you're a father, this is just the father aspect. If you're looking over and you see your lady with your kid, something turns on, like something like
survival instinct, like daddy instinct.
You just turn on. It's like, okay, you're at the fair. Say you're at the fair and you're trying to win like this teddy bear at, you know, you're going for that shot. You look over and you see your wife and kids, and the kid, you know, he wants the ball. All of a sudden, you start hitting those threes. Bam! With a teddy bear. That's what it was. He looked over. He's all like, "I got you, girl.
My kid needs that toy, and by God, they're gonna get it."
Watch this.
In that moment, Suiken became Michael Jordan.
You know? That's it. Sorry, Mike. I just want to say.
No, it's true. The dad buff is real, man. The dad buff is real. But not only that, shout outs to Rangchu, dude. Wins World Tour
and went straight to top, bro.
Sunday. Shows up to locals on Tuesday. What a fucking G.
Yeah.
Bro, I was going off about this on commentary acts. I was going crazy about
Did you go there too, Steve?
Yeah, I was there. I was commentating this. I was commentating
Oh,
the
sick.
matches. I did the interview after the win and everything as well. But one of the things we were talking about was, just recently somebody was like, "Yeah, bro, I gotta spend money to go play IDOM and get watched in the weekly." And I was like, "What kind of bullshit is that? You complaining about having the best player in the country at your local? What the fuck? What? Are you kidding me? I was so taken aback by this. So I literally was on commentary. I was just like, "You motherfucker, y'all don't want to win. You don't want to. If you ain't doing this, my man won the fucking TWT Finals and showed up for the Tatakai Tuesday, and then he lost. Fuck out of here. Y'all ain't trying to win, bro. Nobody ain't trying to win. I can't believe the internet had the audacity. That shit pissed me off just thinking about it. You motherfuckers. That's crazy, bro. They straight hit sitting on that. What the fuck? Wow.
The you motherfuckers came straight from the heart.
That is the craziest shit. Can't believe this motherfucker Michael Jordan has the audacity to pull up to the locals. What? Are you fucking crazy?
Talk to him, Steve. Tell him.
Yo, Kobe Bryant pulling up to the locals, going to the bathroom. I can't stand this motherfucker. He come every week. Championship ring. Why? What?
He went to the NBA, goes to play the G League next.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Oh my God, bro. Advanced bitch calling. Whoever feels that way, right there, right now. Keep your bitch calling. I'm calling it right now.
Oh, damn. We got it. You got it early in the show from Steve. That was tight. That was from the heart.
Yeah, riled up real quick out of nowhere.
I was thinking about that. I was on, dude. Obama reminded me. He's like, "Man, I can't believe that dude said that." And then instantly, I was like, "Oh yeah!" And now that I'm on a stream that's not sponsored, fuck whoever feels that way. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Wow. Wow.
It's been a while since I've heard Steve.
Good times.
Yeah.
But yeah, good stuff to Rangchu, man. He's a perfect role model for the Tekken community.
Yo.
Yeah, and he deserved that shit too, right? I mean, the guy who won the smallest TWT finals, like, oh man, you won the wrong damn one, bro. You won the one with $7,000 prize pool. It sucks. And now he finally gets paid. It took him like 5 years, 6 years, whatever it was, but he did it. And like, even with that big of a gap, it's even more impressive to me.
I thought he would have taken his wife and kids to Disneyland or something. He'd like, I got paid. Let's go to Disney.
I think they instantly went to Korea. I think they went back to Korea to visit Rangchu's family. I'm almost certain that's what happened because right after that, I saw where he like posted like, "Hey, we're on the plane." Oh. So and that's also like really cool, man. If you really think about like the whole entire dynamic of Rangchu, which I was hearing a lot, was like he's probably the strongest player in Japan at this point, but he also still promotes going to the locals and stuff like that.
Dude, he goes back to Korea to go to the locals. Like,
bro, think about that, bro. Like, it's not a lot of players that not only give you that, but like my man, it lives in a whole new country now. He hails from Korea, and now he's in Japan, and he's still promoting like the local scene as a champion. Like the fact that we actually saw the finals play out where Japan was cheering for Rangchu regardless, and he had the Korea flag up there. Like it wasn't like he had he had the Korea flag by his name, and they were still cheering for him in these instances. So like I know a lot of people were like, man, like the stories, but like I've been saying this for a while. The stories are writing themselves. Like everybody is expecting fucking Pakistan to be like the number one all the time now. That everybody's expecting it. So you get people like kind of like preconceived, like with this conceived notion of like it's gonna be one of those two. I mean, even Arslan was like, "Yo, if I don't win,
yeah, he made the tweet.
Someone else in Pakistan will."
Pakistan, right? So like to see that like this is the dedication it takes. It's not just playing fucking, with the homies all the time. It's like going and promoting the scene that you're in to kind of get that, man. And it's like, I remember I walked by Rangchu, made me so happy. I pointed out like, "Yo, man, good stuff, man. Like, you're ridiculous." He's like, "No, Steve, you always believed in me." And I was like, oh, like, oh my God. Oh, that's my boy. I know that's my guy.
It's really funny too, because leading into the TWT finals, like Arslan made that tweet. And then Rangchu was under all of Arslan's tweets saying like, please don't win. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, really?
yeah. Stop trading. I don't want you guys to win.
Wow.
It's like, I'm gonna win.
Also, Korea and Japan had that training session too, which they'd never done in the past either. That was
Yes.
really cool.
And then Arslan quote tweeted that, and he was like, "Train hard because we are gonna win."
Damn!
Dude, that's where it started. That's where it started.
Like for real, like people aren't. I'm glad you said that. People aren't. I feel like people aren't seeing that. They say they want like these crazy rivalries in fighting games now, and they're right there. And the thing is like what's so organic about it is that like this is on the number side. Like these guys are seeing each other in tournaments, placing 1, 2, 3, and 4 a lot of the time. And like now you have world champions talking to each other about getting beat up in the get ready. I'm ready. I hope you bring the best. If I ain't gonna win, one of the homies gonna win. That is proper. That to me, and they don't even have to say nothing crazy.
Yeah.
They're just under each other's tweets talking shit to each other.
Just
And
the
they're
right
doing it
amount,
like
you know?
it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Just the right amount.
That's the takeaway here. Just the right amount. Playful, not like take it too serious type of shit talk, you know? 'Cause
Yeah.
we've seen the other end of the pool.
This is true. This is true. But no, like Korea and the Japan connection being collectively what stopped like Pakistan from winning. Like it's not one.
That's
it's
crazy.
really both.
We gotta join forces to
They had
defeat.
to join forces. Look, think about. I literally
Avengers, assemble.
The Tekken is the Saiyan arc in Dragon Ball, bro. It was just like, yo, look, bro, y'all think I'm bad, but I got some more Saiyans with me. And then Atif showed up.
We
And
gotta
then the
put our
John is
differences
there.
aside. We must
That's
join.
right. They was like, bro,
The Saiyans are coming.
well, they're too strong. What do we couldn't be, bro? I will never forget when we saw Pakistan pull up to that super tournament in Japan and beat the sleeves off of like they were sitting on the stage like we don't even know how do we even fight this? And I was like, damn, how do you overcome this? This is the next chapter of that. They teamed up. It was like, bro, we got to hit the Infinity training room together to stop Pakistan from winning. That's a story, bro.
Yeah,
that is a story.
That's
And
literally
I feel
what
like
happened.
people aren't
Yeah.
looking at it.
EWC and the finals.
Yeah. Yes. Oh man.
You know, all this shit matters because the players fucking care, man. If none of
Yeah.
the players cared like they do, none of this shit matters. Like, damn, they make all the storyline, dude. And we should give them all the respect. But
And, that's
honestly,
a great point you just made there too, because it is the players, right? Like the storyline is from Tekken 7 to Tekken 8, so it's not the individual games, right? Like the games are great too, but I'm saying it's those players that transfer the story from one game to the next, which makes it so awesome actually for us.
without the storyline, this shit's boring.
Yeah. I would actually, one of the things I make it a point to do with when I commentate like big events and all the players of us for like World Finals, I always got to try to tell the players, I'm like, hey man, thank you guys for like putting up such ridiculous ass matches for me to watch and like get hyped to. They'd be like, nah man, I'm like, bro, I can't do what I do if y'all don't do what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking until y'all make the matches happen. And like I've commentated some amazing matches over my years. So it's like for me, I love being able to be like, yo, player, fucking Punk, yo, Justin Wong, fucking Yipes, fucking Nobi, like Kudans, like all of those players. Like I have so much respect for like what they put on, especially when I come from big events like this and I'm like, damn, I can't believe I was there to witness that with my own eyes. And I got to talk about it. And like these players going right after and just like chilling. Like that's one of the dopest things ever to me. So you're right, Mike. I'm right there. I try my best to always make sure the players understand that I really appreciate the show that they put on in the love of competition.
Yeah. I think in this day and age, a lot of people online forget that, but don't forget, man. Like without them, there's nothing.
It's definitely a different, like, relationship from online players, obviously, and traveling players and competitiveness and stuff like that. But yeah, it's to me like seeing it from two aspects. Since most of us are all like not playing competitively as much anymore, and now we play online, and it's like such a so different. But you
Different
can still
vibes for
recognize
sure.
the love and passion when you see it on stream.
Yeah.
And they're playing their hearts out. Like locked in, eyes like focused. They're
Yeah.
just like like I said, like they don't even know what's happening around them, like stuff falling around behind them. They don't care. Like they're literally
Yeah.
fighting for their lives. And it's so interesting because like, honestly, again, taking drinks of empty bottles is crazy. Like to be like, it's still I
That
still
just shows
think
how
about
much
it.
you're locked in.
Yeah,
You're locked
yeah,
in.
yeah.
Like
bro.
actually
That's
locked
That's how you
in.
know they
Yeah,
locked
then-
in, bro.
And then my wife is like telling me like, why are they drinking nothing? Like he's drinking air. He's drinking air. Like I show her the clip and I was like, dude, look at this guy drinking. And she was like, from a medical standpoint, she's like, oh, he's tunnel vision. He's like,
Yeah.
That's what-
he's like, yeah, like this happens a lot. And I was like, oh, really? And I was like, oh, okay. So damn, that's crazy.
Bro, they had a whole movie. It's a very shitty movie, but it was like came out during the Fast and the Furious years. But they were on bikes, and when they were on bikes, he was like,
Bicycles or
"Yo, man,"
motorbikes?
motorcycles, and like if that
Regular
wasn't crazy.
bicycle with
E-bike?
No,
Fast and
but
Furious.
on a bike.
fucking- but no, like they literally that was the thing. It was like tunnel vision. Like they would literally get tunnel vision and the visual representation of it. But like that's how
Which
you
Fast
know,
and the
like you
Furious?
don't care about something. What'd you say?
Which Fast and the Furious?
It's not
No,
a Fast and the Furious.
People are
no.
saying
It
it's
was
called
not
Biker
called-
Boys.
I think it
Biker
was
Boys?
Biker Boys. I
Biker
think it was
Boys?
Biker Boys. That movie was trash. But
Dude.
yeah.
What, the Dante brothers?
You brought that whole up because we
No.
talked about tunnel vision.
Wait, wasn't it Bow Wow in that movie?
No, I don't think so. I don't remember who was in it.
Who was it? I know there were like some rappers or artists on there too. On
Really?
Biker Boys. Yeah,
I don't remember who was
yeah.
in the movie. I just
Yeah, yeah,
remember that part of the plot.
I just
I
remember
was so confused.
Rufio and
Why
his
the hell are we
brother
talking about
was in
this
it.
Fast and Furious spin-off about motorcycles? Because they have tunnel vision. I'm like,
At first I was thinking
Look, I
like,
got caught up, bro. All right. We were
wait,
deep.
where are we going with this?
there was like a circle and they were looking through it. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I was locked in. All right.
You were
Yeah,
locked in.
you were locked in.
right
You
now.
were locked in
Biker Boys.
talking about locked in.
I got lost in the sauce, guys.
Yeah, you did.
You know what I'm fucking saying, goddamn.
It happens to everybody, man. That was perfect.
Yeah.
Right? It
Some-
was done,
Great
there
example.
was literally tunnel vision.
Yeah. Great. Perfect.
Oh my
What
god.
were we talking about? I'm so confused now.
Yeah.
Biker boys?
We were,
Yeah.
Well,
Fast
back to the
bicycles.
topic, biker boys, right?
oh,
So, like-
man.
I'm sorry.
Oh
That was my fault.
God. Ooh, I needed that.
It's all
Thank
good.
you, Steve. God bless.
Damn, is this the right time to talk about the Superman movie trailer? or what?
I think, yeah,
Oh,
screw it.
bro.
I'm a fan. I thought it looked cool.
Okay.
Suiken?
Actually, I am a fan. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if the chat's seen the trailer. Check it out.
It's a very good trailer. It's a very
I
good
thought it
trailer.
was a very good trailer. There's a lot of like really. The one thing. Okay, can we talk in depth about it a little bit? 'Cause
Sure.
I know we're all fans. We're all
Sure.
like,
Yeah.
okay. Guy and that
Say it.
haircut.
Yeah.
No.
In
I don't wanna say it.
IRL. Yeah,
Yeah,
you say it, dude.
that is like the funniest shit. I love it though. I love how accurate they want to keep it because
Yeah.
that fucking hair, the way he walked out
And then he's like-
moving the door and shit. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. He's like, like
Yeah, that shot did look funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely
it's
looks
like,
hilarious. Like,
his hair was all like, it kind of reminded me of what was it? Tropical Thunder, Simple Jack haircut.
Oh, yeah.
my
Wow.
Yo, that movie.
Oh,
Wow.
God.
Like,
I
pull
go
up-
back and watch it, bro. I go back and watch it like once a year, bro. That shit
I don't think we
gets me
can,
every
but.
Oh,
I don't think that's
watch
allowed,
it.
Steve. It's-
Oh, that's
my
good.
God.
Oh, dude.
That, I don't know. You guys go with that while I'm doing this.
No, yeah. I mean, I'll just say this. I've reached the age where I am just over Superman. I've seen like 8 Supermans now. I'm like, it's just
Damn.
another Superman. You know, this is like, he's like a 6'9" Clark Kent with the broccoli hair and all that. I'm like, I can't. He's not going to blend in with nobody out there like this. You know, like, I'm just over it, dude.
Damn. Rip is.
I'll watch it because the dog, but that's
Rip
it, you
loved
know?
Superman.
Dude,
That's
I
crazy,
can't believe
man.
they
I
added
used to love Superman. I used
crypto.
to wear my Superman shirt. I used to play him in Justice and everything, you know? But like,
What
I'm
happened?
just tired of it, man. Just so many reboots and remakes. There's only so many times I can watch it. I'm
look,
gonna watch it. I'm just saying,
So
the dog's the most exciting part to me because I haven't seen that in the movie yet.
Yeah, live action crypto. I was hype. I'm not gonna lie.
live action crypto is definitely a selling point. It's definitely a selling point.
Homeboy.
I'm just interested in like I guess it makes sense because I've been watching like Creature Commandos too.
Wait.
And-
Before we move on, sorry to interrupt.
Before we go,
Did you guys see the meme of it being replaced of Crypto the dog with a cat? And then he's like, Superman.
I retweeted that.
oh my god,
That was pretty good. I was actually cracking up about that.
did you guys when Superman crashed down? We talked about that, right? Was it like Yamcha? Did you guys think
Yamcha.
Yeah, the Yamcha.
Oh
thing.
yeah, the Yamcha pose when he lands on the floor. It does kind of look like that.
I thought of it the first thing I saw. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, they hit him like that. Like, damn. Shit was funny.
I like it so far. I like it so far, but I'm still like iffy about it because the theme itself, it seems so goofy. And I remember I'm a big fan of the original Christopher Reeve Superman. I'm pretty sure that's the first comic book movie I've ever watched where I was like, damn. But I'm looking at this new trailer and I'm just like, how I guess you can really take it. You're gonna be able to really take it sincere coming from like these kind of actors, but like I don't know, man. Like I want to see it in person because right now I'm not 100% sold on this movie. But there are some shots in that trailer that made me like gasp. Like when he saved the girl and the explosion and the hairs everywhere. I was like, all right, that's a really good shot. Him flying straight up from like the fire, like really good shots. Like I'm really amazed at how they're making this look like a comic book and a comic book movie. It definitely reminds me of kind of like Sam Raimi style with like just the way that it's presented and you really living in this like goofy world.
A little more lighthearted.
Yeah.
Not so serious and dark.
Because DC's been too serious and dark for too long.
Way too serious, yeah.
Yeah. Way too long.
All right. Superman segue over, right? We good? We got it out of our system.
Wait. We're about to, hold on. Let me show you. Let me do this real quick. Let me see if I can do this still. Let's see if I got the touch still since I haven't done this in a while.
What are you doing,
This
man?
weird arcade.
Come on now.
Oh, God.
Come on now.
Guy Gardner.
No,
I see it. I see it.
I didn't need to see it, but
Yeah. Exactly. I didn't need to see it.
Yeah, I'm just showing the chat though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You
You
nailed
found
it.
that clip so quick, bro. That was crazy.
You putting it all together. Still got the touch, dude.
Thank you.
What's next,
man.
Mike?
But yeah, good stuff to Rangchu.
Karate
Any
Kid.
TWT.
Stop.
Any final thoughts on TWT before we move on?
I think
I like-
it's really cool that we were able to buy so much Tekken merch in one place and like that they actually, it felt like in a celebration of the game because they had the DJs there. They had every version of Tekken playable there. And they had a lot of cool merch as well. It just seemed like they really put a lot of thought into the things that they were going to have there. Regardless of like, I felt like they didn't expect that many people to come because that bad boy was packed. But like, I felt like that's something you want to experience in person anyway. And just the entire availability of like everything in that instance was actually really good. I had a good time there.
Yeah, I think that, takeaways for me were the festival was really cool, but it was like really small. I feel like that should be part of every TWT finals moving forward, not just like the 30th anniversary. I feel like it's something for all the spectators and attendees to do and like take part in. It's just a Tekken fan without necessarily just watching matches, which is always something cool too, right? The DJs were really cool. Me and Steve went to this like after party thing where they had the DJ there, and then the next day was the finals with the DJ. So we had like a preview of it essentially, which is also really neat because there's a bunch of Tekken people hanging out. Where was that? It was like an arcade kind of spot.
It was called
Tokyo Bandai or something, right?
Yeah, it was actually. Where was it at? God, it's where the Godzilla movie theater is.
Shinjuku.
Oh, isn't? Oh yeah, I know what you're
Kabukicho.
talking about. I know where you guys are talking about though.
Yeah, it was near the first place you stayed when y'all went to Tokyo. You said, Rip. You said it's right. It was right by the yeah.
Yeah. No, it's out there, but it was just cool to have all that experience as a Tekken fan. That's not necessarily a competitor or somebody who's just there to watch the matches. I think that was really neat, and even the merch line Steve was talking about. Like, I bought so much Tekken merch this time. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how much different Tekken stuff I bought. Those hard chocolate shirts are awesome. Like I'd never had seen them.
Hard chocolate?
I told you.
Dude, I will grab right now. Hold on.
Bro, I literally was telling him, I was like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna go get these shirts while I'm in Japan. And they're like, what are you talking about? I was like, oh, like the hardcore chocolate shirts. They're like, what are you talking about? And then like some of the Bandai Namco people was already wearing them, but they're ridiculous art. They're JB style art. So
for
they're
sure.
ridiculous. Yeah, it's all really good. So they got Devil Jin, they got King, they had Panda, they had Ling, like it, and it was all that art, but it was in one color. Yeah, there's the King one right there.
Oh wow,
What?
Yo, I got the Devil disc so good. They're so good.
that's cool. Dang.
Yeah, this is Devil Jin.
Open it.
What the hell? Is there a
It's
Steve
sick,
one?
dude. I think
I don't know how to
so.
open it.
But
there
you
a
can buy them.
Kuma
I think
one?
you can buy them on Amazon, Mike. If you look them up, you can buy them on
Those are
Amazon.
sick.
Damn.
That's Law.
Obviously with the yellow shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Ugh.
No,
It
the
says,
art's all really
Wait,
good.
was
Yeah.
that art ever used in the game? Is that like new art?
Yes, some of them. I think some of the JB style stuff are used for panel art. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but they did it in the
I don't-
previous Tekken.
Ever remember seeing that Law art? So that's got to be like new, right?
It's new Tekken 8 art. So I think it is a panel in the game though. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong though.
I feel like I've seen it before somewhere.
Yeah. It's definitely like I know they've used it themselves. I just can't remember for 100% sure, even though I'm like 70% sure that
Mhm.
it's in 8. And I know some of the JB style art was in 7. So
No, that's really
But yeah.
cool getting JB style collaborations to make merch because he's always
Mhm.
been like one of the main artists with like the Tekken series since like I think 6 as far as I remember. He's been around
so.
for a while, yes. That's
Yeah,
really
and
cool.
even like the soundtracks, we bought the soundtracks. We tried to get the DJs to sign it and stuff, so that was pretty dope. Just because the DJs were there, like you never get to meet
Yeah.
those guys. I feel like out of all the years I've been a Tekken fan, like
right, yeah.
seeing those guys and seeing them watch people enjoy their music live was also pretty neat.
It's and just to throw back to like last year, like when they introduced the DJs, right? Because they had them. So last year they had the DJs playing in every break. So in every break they would just fill in
Oh,
the
yeah.
arena like
True,
with
yeah.
music. But when they introduced them, they was like, hey, like, or maybe they just like Harada or one of them told me this, but they were saying how like they've never performed in front of people before.
Mhm.
So like this is a lot of times their first time seeing people interact with their music live. I know that was the case for the guys last year. I can't speak for the guys this recent year, but like
Mhm.
yeah. So for me, I'm like I love stuff like that. I like getting them to sign it, like just even interacting with them, like. That was like probably one of the dopest things ever. I'm a big music guy. Y'all already know this. And, I love stuff like this, but this is why I think it's important. Because if you have a festival celebrating the game, y'all should be celebrating like all aspects of the game. And that's a good way to have it.
Yeah, and so that was going back to my point, just that the Tekken Festival I feel like was such a cool addition for me, and I think that they really need to try to have that sort of experience at every Tekken World Tour Finals going forward. Like even they had the throwback games to play, but there wasn't enough of them in my opinion. I feel like you need to like 4 of each or something, just so people can really get on each of them. And just like play old games together, because I thought that was really neat. Like I walked past it a couple times, I was like, oh man, there's like not enough setup, there's too many people. I'll just go on and do my thing. I don't want to wait for this basically. But if there was more, I think more people would play it too and enjoy that. So definitely something to take into consideration, as well as Steve mentioned it. They didn't know how many people were going to show up, etc. So it's free to enter, but no tickets, right? So I feel like they should have still had a ticketing thing, even if it's free.
Just
that
to get
way,
like a head count kind of thing.
yeah, and even if for people, like there were people who were traveling there who were there in Japan and didn't know if they were going to be able to get in or not. Like that sucks. If people are there and they don't know if they're going to get in, how can you expect people to travel there not knowing if they're going to be able to get in? So at least have some kind of ticket thing that says like, hey, I got a ticket, so I'm in, right? So I'm cool, even if it's free.
I mean, that is definitely like a thing too. Like even if it is free, but I do love the fact that like people showed up for it though. Like put like this, even if they did have tickets, it was mad people getting turned away because it was literally that many people in there. And also like, don't play Markman and Tekken 4, bro. That dude is a cheater. That dude is a cheater,
Did
bro.
he use Lay on you?
Nina.
Bro, no, dog. He was
Nina?
Nina. And he was doing the cheap stuff too.
Yeah.
Who do you using for, Steve?
I was using Jin,
Okay.
King. No,
Wait,
I
do you know how
didn't.
to do the Jin stuff though? Do you know how to do just frame laser scraper?
Yeah, I know how to do
Okay.
it, but like I was just trying to like lame it out with Paul because I hadn't played Jin in a while, and he was like he tried to play Jin with me, and then he switched over. So yeah, still cheap.
Yeah.
Good time. Good time. But yeah, sounds like the festival thing was a good idea. Just bigger is what I'm getting out of it next time.
Yeah, more. I'd keep it around, like not
more
just for the
around,
30th
yeah.
anniversary.
Yeah, man.
Because
that
other
shit was
people
fun.
want to experience it too if they can't
Yeah.
make it.
Because
I
not
think it's-
everybody's like just only super diehard. I only care about the competitive side of Tekken, right? So
Right.
like, sometimes fans of the series
Yeah.
just want to check out the
Mhm.
stuff that they like about it. you
Yep.
know, like or just enjoy the series together with everybody.
And I
But you
think they
can
said that the
also
merch
feel-
booth did well. So I think that it's motivation for them to do it again.
Yeah.
And also like just saying like Harada and them even said how happy they were with how it turned out because like people were really enjoying it. Like it was kids there, like it was like everything. They had like little snacks and stuff, and even if it didn't, it was like a 7-Eleven pretty close, and it was cool. It was like really cool to be around stuff like that because it was literally like a Tekken festival. It was dope.
Yeah. They had on the walk outside of the venue, actually, there was like a glass case with like a bunch of like Tekken stuff, like a lot of the merch and also some of the stuff they weren't selling. Like it's all just basically all Tekken stuff you can imagine in that you can purchase somewhere in the world was on display there. So it's like a little Tekken museum of all stuff you could get or like maybe you could have had in the
Coming
past,
down the
etc.
line.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Super cool. Yeah, hopefully they do keep that like festival idea thing going on just for everybody, you know. I think everybody enjoys that kind of stuff. So good stuff for the TWT, good stuff to all the competitors, and congrats to Rangchu, man. First
Yes.
ever 2-time TWT champ. Crazy. But 4 days after that, we had an announcement at the Video Game Awards, and at the Video Game
what could it be?
Awards, they made a little announcement trailer,
Tifa, let's go.
and they dropped this man on us. His name is
Boom,
Clive
got him.
Rosfield.
Got him. That was appropriate.
Clive Rosfield. And we got the Phoenix Gate stage as well. And yeah. So far he's I think today early release
Today he comes out
over.
for everyone. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think
Oh damn. Okay.
today official release, everybody, not just early access for people that got the season pass. So he's officially out now. I've been playing him. I know Suiken's been playing him. I think Steve even been playing him too. I saw him stream a little bit of Clive yesterday, and Rip's definitely been playing him. So what do you guys think about Clive so far? How did you guys think about the reveal? I mean, we could talk about like leading up to it. Everybody was thinking, oh shit, it's got to be a guest character, right? Because they had the story expansion and only the first 3 characters of the season pass were in it. Heihachi, Lydia, and then Eddie. And then Yoshi was in there because he saved Eddie in 7, apparently. But yeah. But we were right. It was a guest character, but it wasn't Tifa. It was Clive. It was still Final Fantasy series. Final Fantasy series, but not Tifa. Clive.
Yeah.
How do you guys
Bruh,
think?
I'm gonna tell you right now. All right, just to go back to the Game Awards. So I thought it was Superman. Right, I was not a fan because I felt like the trailer that they showed did not do my man justice. Because like at first I'm like, I didn't play Final Fantasy 16, but I've seen like some of the battles and I've seen the system. The character visually is appealing. He looks cool. So I was just like, all right, well now he looks cool. Let's see what he actually looks like. And them showing him, I'm like, that was not a good representation. But I looked at the real trailer, and that real trailer is so much better than the one that they show. And I was like, why didn't they show this? Because I was hyped. I've watched it multiple times now. I'm just like, damn, this dude is so cool. And at first I was just like, oh, he's got cool combos and visually. And then I started to play him, and I'm like, this is like a Bandai Namco take on a Grand Blue character. Even like the backdrops, the way that they present the character, even his motivation just being on some super self-righteous, I'm trying to save the day. And I think it really got incorporated well when it comes to just putting a character in Tekken that doesn't fit the Tekken playstyle and making him fun. Because I was really and truly and honest to God not expecting to even care about this character. And then I started playing it and I'm just like, man, they have some really cool concepts with this character and just even like the presentation of it. Like one thing that Bandai Namco always does well with the characters that they choose to like put in their games that are guest characters, they always do a great job, whether it be faithfully with characters like Geese and like Akuma, or like brand new characters where like Eliza is one of those characters. And now we have this character who is not a brand new conception wise, but has a brand new system and under the character of a Final Fantasy character. So I once again, like, for me, they're 3 for 3 in the instance of bringing characters from other games, making them fun. Albeit, I will say he's a little busted if I'm looking at him from an objective view. But all in all, I say it's a win. That's just me though.
You didn't even count Noctis. That's crazy.
And
4
Negan,
for 4.
yeah, and Negan.
Yeah.
Yo, look, Noctis is like teenage Clive,
from other
bro.
games. Yeah,
I don't even register him anymore. Like, I forgot about Noctis because Clive is in the game.
Damn.
I literally keep forgetting. That's how cool he is, bro. Like, he wins. He was like, "We'll save ourselves." I mouthed the words along with him. I'm like,
Broke Fee's heart, man. Broke Fee's heart.
yo, I'm sorry, bro. I look, you know I love you, but like, if Noctis was a really cool grown ass man who could beat up dragons, he'd be Clive Rosfield. I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah. I mean, if Noctis was a grown ass man that could beat up dragons, Clive would still beat his ass. That's what I'm hearing from Steve.
Exactly. Do you see the conviction when he wins, bro? He was like, "You think I'll do it myself?" I'm like, "God damn it, that guy is cool. I want to be like that guy when I grow up."
You should play 16. I think I'm the only one here who beat 16.
It literally, it
You
like
are.
this. It hit me with the reverse, right? Like, I was playing it and I was just like, damn, I gotta go play Final Fantasy 16. This character is fucking sick. Like, I'm literally, it did what it was. I've been influenced. They've successfully influenced me, bro.
I haven't played a lot of Final Fantasy games. I've only played 7 Remake, Rebirth, and 16. That's it, right? So I don't know a lot about all the other Final Fantasy main characters, but from what I'm hearing, Clive is one of the best, which is a little surprising. But when I played 16, I was surprised that the game was so much more adult themed than like 7. Like 7 to me was like a very kids friendly kind of game, except there's still some cursing and stuff that happens in it. But 16 is like murder and sex and stuff. I'm like, wait, what the hell am I playing here? You know?
Aren't you a terrorist in 7? Like, you're literally blowing up a
terrorist, bro.
Yeah. But it's like with the fancy dogs, you know, and it's like green.
It's so kiddie. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, for kids.
They're like people jumping down from the ceiling.
They're just gonna blow up buildings and stuff.
This main story part, right? But it looks very kid friendly. Anyways, point being, Clive in 16 was like a pretty decent character. He wasn't like crazy to me. Like, I haven't played a lot of Final Fantasy games. His reveal at the Game Awards to me caught me off guard, even though I was like kind of expecting it. I was like, because they said role playing game, it comes on the screen and you see like the stage. I'm like, oh, okay, something Final Fantasy 16. The music hit my ears immediately. But then when I saw the character model and I recognized it wasn't from Final Fantasy 16, I thought like, oh, it's a mobile thing. And immediately my brain saw the back on the stage, like for the wall. I was like, oh shit, it's Tekken. You know, like I just like immediately clicked and I was like, oh God, it's a Tekken stage. And then Jin popped up. I was like, oh, that was tight. But I'm with Steve. That trailer did not sell me on the character at all. I was excited that it was Clive and I was laughing my ass off because it wasn't Tifa and I knew everyone's gonna be pissed that it wasn't Tifa. But when I saw the official trailer, and as soon as I saw Torgal, I was like, Torgal is in the dog, right? I was like, Torgal is in this. I was like, why wasn't that in the TGA teaser?
Yeah,
like, I
bro.
understand you can't purchase, like, you know, time is money at those kind of award shows, right? So you can't afford to put a 5-minute trailer in there, sure. But how do you not edit Torgal in for 2 seconds into something else for 2 seconds? You know, like, you could have afforded that. It made the character so much cooler just to see Torgal. The one throw he has where he, like, grabs his face, you know, like, sends him back to Clive. That shit's so tight.
Bro, he literally is like, sick him, Torgal. Get him, boy. Like, they go in and, like, they put a lot of love into the character, like even to the point where he has special intros with all the other characters. Like he was like, he looks like, "Are you a revenant?" Like, and then like he's like Reina, and Reina's like, "Oh, that's a cool cosplay." He's
what the hell is cosplay? Like, I love that intro. What the hell is cosplay?
They did so much to make this character fit in, because a lot of times you get a guest character and they say the same stuff like, "Oh, I have to say blah 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 blah." Like they have no concept of where they are, but like
they 100% put a lot of love into that character. Yeah, you could definitely tell.
Yes, guest character where it's just like they don't fit in the background or anything like that. Like it looks like they just imported the character model in, and he has all this cool stuff. And when you're fighting and he's transforming, all of that shit looks cool. Like that shit looks sick. It literally like, just imagine if Bandai Namco put like Dante in a game like this. It would be fucking sick. I'm looking at it now and I'm like, oh, that would be ridiculous. Like, and I just want to
Bro, if it
more of
was
that.
Dante,
You see what I'm
Mike
like?
doesn't care at all about Tifa anymore. You just brought up Dante.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's certain things that they put on the table, which, like I said, they always do a sick ass job with this, making characters feel like either they're in their own thing, but they're still like representative of where
they're still
from, whether it
faithful.
be-
Yeah, they're still faithful to
Yeah.
their source material. And I think like what you were saying with like geese is I kind of experienced that in CVS 2, going up to like a NorCal regionals and then like playing CVS 2 there with like Shangles. And I was like, I don't know how to play this game. Like, I don't know what 3 characters to pick. Just put geese on there. And Shangles told me that. And I was like, but why? I don't know how to play him in this game. He's like, you know how to play him. I was like, I do. Some dude jumped in at me. I did the reversal, the parry, predictable. And it anti-aired the jump in. And I was like,
yeah.
oh my God, Tekken taught me how to play geese in this
Yeah.
game.
They
It really
were
did
faithful.
reverse engineered him. Like, dude, like that shit blew my mind. And they
So-
always do a great job, I think, with guest characters. Yeah.
They're so good. Honestly,
So, like-
I feel like they're probably sorry, Suiken, but I feel like they're like probably the best team at importing other characters
Yes.
into their game. It's like
Yes.
ridiculous.
Free. Like, I completely agree. I mean, don't get me wrong. We've been seeing like a lot of like, I say a lot, but like guest characters, right? We got like Terry in Street Fighter. I've been playing Terry in Street Fighter, and it's really fucking fun. Like, obviously he's Street Fighter 6 mode Terry, but he's still in the game. I still have I've been playing him more than anything. But just seeing how much even love that they are trying to do as well. Like, they're making sure that this isn't some like halfway translation of the character. And like, it shows in the fact of like, one, how much fun I'm having with the character already. And two, like I said, I've successfully been influenced. I need to play Final Fantasy 16 now. It's just gonna make the character even cooler to me. Like,
Yeah, Suiken, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
For me, I don't play Final Fantasy, right? That's a given.
Mhm.
Like, that wasn't my genre. That wasn't my game. Though I know it's a very amazing game. It's fun for everybody else. For me, it was different. I just didn't really get into it and stuff. That's fine.
Mhm.
And when I saw when I first saw the reveal, I was like thinking, oh, that's not Lei. But at the same time, I was all like, okay, I'm just kidding. I know that, it's at an award show. It has to be something big, right? Or something. So when I saw it, and I was all like, who is this motherfucker? Like, I don't know who this guy is. And then I get, in the back of my mind, I think, oh God, it's Noctis. Is he older? Did they give him the label?
Is he older?
Yeah, no,
Damn,
because, like, you know how
Noctis,
like
what
they
the hell?
revamped him? Like, Lei was this, and then they revamped him with a beard, and his hair was back. Like, I thought it was him. I was all
Wow.
like, oh, who the fuck? Why'd he change his name? That's lame. Okay, whatever. And then
They changed his name.
I was
Why
like
did they change his
Googling. I was like,
name?
let me Google this motherfucker. Oh, my pulling my games in Final Fantasy. I get it. Okay, cool. So I'm like, whatever. Disappointed. But at the same time, I'm like, the trailer looks cool, but not really to me. I'm not excited. And I'm like, okay. And then Namco put out the real trailer, right, of the official character. So I go, wow, look at it. Whatever. Let's look at it. Plays. I see a dog. And I'm like, okay. I see dragons. Okay. What is happening here? And I see like him going all over the place. It started getting me like excited a little bit because I'm like, hey, it looks pretty cool. Cool.
Yeah,
For
it does.
sure. I was all like, wait a minute. And then I noticed little aspects about the character in his moveset, which, we'll talk about that, I guess, in a little bit. But like, I was like, okay, I think I could do something with this character. This character looks fun. So, to me, the trailer online was better than the show trailer.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh shit, let's go.
You keeping it muted, right, Mike?
Of course.
Yeah.
Why would you do
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
You guys can't even hear it anyway.
It'll be DMCA'd, bro.
Steve, add your own lips. Go ahead, read it out loud when he talks.
Yeah, move
ahead,
your lips
Steve.
in the
I
corner.
can't
you
see
go.
the whole screen though.
My sword,
you're
I
in the way.
swear.
All I see is my sword. Firebirds flying. See, I can't see this. Forevermore.
Get ready.
Get
for the
ready.
next battle.
New challenger.
Here, you could take Suiken's spot.
All right, evolve us.
Yes, even the odds. Any objection?
Oh my gosh.
Now
Well,
you're
yeah,
supposed to say
y'all
the
gonna
name.
tell me- you gonna tell me this dude don't look sick as hell?
dude, when I saw this part, I was
How-
like, what the hell?
Come
They're
on,
like,
bro.
dude.
Come on, they're fucking fighting in the background.
This
I
Steve,
really
you're
thought-
gonna love 16, Steve. The
Well,
icon
dude,
fights are
I thought-
crazy.
I thought
Get
Lane was
this
riding
shit.
that Phoenix.
Bro, and he's got blue. Look at this.
Dude.
The stance transitions to flame. Nah. Why would you not
That-
show this, bro?
Why would you not?
Dude,
As
right
soon as I
there,
saw Torgal, I was
when
like,
I
how do
saw
you
the
not show that,
dog.
bro?
Hey, what's
It's like
the
a 1
dog's
second
name
screen.
again?
Torgal.
Torgal. Torgal.
I kept thinking of Poppy from Engalford.
Oh, Poppy.
Yeah, oh Poppy, and then the dog runs by and stuff.
Oh man, they even worked in how he has like a special intro with Leroy and Sugar
Dude,
where they run like, come on, bro.
this part,
This
this
right
got me
here?
hyped. This part got me hyped. Look at that.
The parry.
Yeah, and this part right here.
I
Woo!
love that part.
Yeah.
Go boy, get him.
This
boy.
shit, I didn't even realize a wall blast. Whoa!
Yeah.
Wow,
Joshua.
you're getting in the way. Oh. Nah, bro.
And this is what 16 is like.
Transition? Come on, bro.
16 is like
Yeah.
that, Steve.
Nah,
The
I
stage
gotta
transition,
play
that's
this
what
shit.
16 is like. You're gonna lose your shit on 16, I
crazy.
They're
guarantee you.
really going to war in the back. Come on, bro.
Hit him fighting in the background. That's cool.
Look at this fight. Boosh. And then they start, nah, bro.
I
The
like
big
her-
guys
the
are fighting. Now the little guys are fighting.
An eye for hope. Come on, bro. He's so
I thought-
cool.
I thought they were
How
just
do you not
measuring
fuck with
wings.
this?
They're like,
The
"Let me-
only
my wings
best
are
here
bigger
is
than yours.
Bro, come on.
Dude, and the rage art, if you kill somebody with a rage art playing the fanfare.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Dog,
my new
y'all
goal
this
now.
don't look ridiculous.
That was
Fucking laser beam out of the arm. Come on.
in this part right here. There's a lot happening right
Yeah.
now.
There's
It's
a
so crazy.
Bruh, look at that.
Free.
Dog, nah. This shit is ridiculous.
You really got to play 16, bro. I'm telling you.
Come on. This shit looks ridiculous.
You should stream 16, dude.
yeah. This
forget
is
Marvel Rivals.
This is
forget everything
totally
else.
a Steve game.
This is totally a Steve game. I guarantee you.
On our own turn. Come on, bro. Come on. Nah. That last shot of him walking off in the fire. Nah.
Yeah.
No. Y'all don't feel like it was crazy? Nah. Oh, rewind it. Just show it.
Rewind it.
From the beginning, Mike. All the way to
Oh
start.
my god, dude, that's a 4-minute trailer. We can't watch that over again.
The end.
He wants to
The
end
part
the
when he
trailer
walked
before
to
the thing came
flame.
up.
He was like,
Oh,
I'll do it to myself.
That
Shit,
part,
this
yeah.
the end part. Y'all go, he got fucking embers of fire everywhere. This shit is tight. I really want this to happen while I'm playing. I actually want it to happen every time while I'm playing. Bro, look at this shit. The fucking Mario Smash Bros. And we'll do it on our own terms. Look at that shit. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He walking away from a fucking fight. Nah. I'm
Incredible.
sorry. You
How
can't
did he
tell me
walk away
that's
from the
not
fire?
cool, bro. Y'all don't let
Only
that-
Cool-
Clive could have done it.
cool guys and walking away from
You got
explosions.
off to the wrong
How does he
start,
do
bro.
it?
Y'all don't, that ain't cool. I'm sorry. I don't know what y'all talking about, bro.
All right. So Steve's a big fan of Clive. Big fan. Big
yeah.
Yeah, bro.
In
I don't even know
gameplay-
who the fuck that dude is.
Is this a Steve sponsor stream like Eris had earlier today? What's happening?
Damn. So
Uh.
gameplay wise, how do you guys find him? Like, is he fun? Is not fun? The whole meter building thing to land the level 5, all that stuff. Have you guys gotten that far? I mean, Rip.
So
I
you
know.
obviously forced me to do it, and once I started doing it, I was like, okay, this is kind of stupid. Like once you realize that you can build a meter and then you have this like bomb in your hand that you can just detonate on him for no reason, I was like, dude, this is kind of busted, you know? And like they talked about how there's gonna be another patch in the next 2 months, and that to me just sounds like it's gonna be the Clive fix patch before season 2 launches. So I think they know that it's not fully there yet, and it's like have fun while we go on break for Christmas, whatever, and New Year's. And then we'll put shit together, you know, when we get back. And then, you know, we'll go back to business essentially.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel you right there. I'm glad that I like the program of them releasing the character like in the downtime, and then that way they can kind of like reevaluate. And then by the time the season starts up, you'll have a valuable character that's not too dumb. People have had their fun with them, and it goes back to the regularly scheduled program. So in timing of releasing a character like this that might not fit the regular Tekken random, like this is actually pretty good. But also I definitely have fun with the character. Like I said, it brings new concepts that aren't in Tekken, and I feel like it makes sense to put it on a character that's not from Tekken. And just the fact that like he has like different tools than the standard, and he feels more like the guest characters always feel like an ogre character. Like Eliza feels like a character that has a bunch of stuff and then a fireball, and like this is like a brand new character that has like tools like the down 4-4, has a down 4-1 even though it's slower, and it has a down 4-2 even though it's used a little differently as it's committal, right? Those kind of things. Like I do have fun with the character. How long the fun lasts, who knows? But like literally, I'm booting up Tekken to play with Clive.
I'm just hitting people with that Titan punch and laugh my ass off. This shit is punch.
Titan.
I think like as for the release, I think it's a good timing for the release. The character so far, in my opinion, looks very fun. Getting a chance to play the character a little early, of course, like before everyone else. I thought of a lot of similarities to Eliza. That's what I told these guys right now, but chat. And the way I saw how I perceive a new character is to kind of simplify in like what they have, what tools that they use, what's good, what's bad, and their uniqueness, right? And I feel like Clive is definitely one of the most unique characters we will ever see in the Tekken franchise, right? Of course, ported from Final Fantasy. And because I'm not a fan of Final Fantasy, I was able to kind of like look and be like, wow, it's a pleasant surprise, shock when I was playing. And I was like, it's very similar to another character like Eliza, but the fun aspect behind it is there. And I could see a lot of people having fun, but I also can see it's not for everybody. This character is not a obviously traditional style Tekken character, but the fun factor is there, and it's gonna pull players because I know from what I understand, like after looking up Clive, I happened to find out the Final Fantasy forums were talking about Clive being released on Tekken, and they were talking about, oh, I got to pick up Tekken 8 now, which means we'll get more players, more people really excited for the game as well, and we're pulling from another franchise, but at the same time, like for us older players, oh, what's this? Oh, another anime character, type of thing. But I think this is gonna be good for the Tekken team and for us, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it. So yeah,
You said the right thing. You said they were talking about it on the Final Fantasy forums.
yeah,
It did its job. Like
yeah,
no matter what character they put in there, like I feel like they would have gave a lot of attention to. And like I saw somebody in the chat be like, "Oh, they haven't even said anything about Final Fantasy 16, whatnot, etc." It doesn't matter. Like there's people out there with an established base that understands what Final Fantasy is, who's been playing Final Fantasy a lot longer than some people have even been playing Tekken at this point. So if you know anything about Final Fantasy, just by proxy, if they say, "Hey, look at this thing with this character in it," you're gonna take a look at it. And like you said, Suiken, you don't necessarily have to like it, but it's a specific thing. It's a guest character that does things that traditional Tekken characters don't do. That's exactly what it's supposed to do. And I feel like a lot of times, not liking a character comes from the fact that nobody wants to learn how to fight some new shit. Like you want it to be something that you're familiar with, which I also understand. But also like you have to switch it up sometimes. And even if it's a one character, one off, one time, at least you know that you can do it. And at least they gave enough attention to it to at least try to make it make sense. Like it's not a bad thing from them to do this. You know what I'm saying? And like that's really all it is for me. Like I'm like I said, I'm surprised just in the same Suiken that I care about the character this much. I'm like, damn, I want to play this character again. Like whether it's the system, whether it's the character being cool, or maybe it's just a combination of both. But I'm having fun.
I mean, I'm sorry, Mike. Let me real quick.
No, go for
But
it.
really quick, that I feel like the difference between this character right now, a lot of people are be like, oh, another character. I feel like this character is not a brain dead character. there is a level of difficulty to play with this character. Like Rip said, you got to build meter. It's what I call it. Sorry, I'm simplifying it again. Like I call it building meter because that's what he's doing. Literally building. He gets to 5. Yeah, he's building meter just like Eliza. And he has same aspects and stuff like that. And he's not like the whole situation. I thought that made me think of this was the time that any random Joe Schmo found Eddie. Remember that, where he just spammed one button, right? And he kind of like hit a high, almost not a high rank, but he did really well just by spamming 3. There's no way you can do this with this character. This character does take a lot of at least some technical skill and a lot of some experience with Tekken to learn, right?
How far did the Eddie bot get?
He got pretty high.
Like,
pretty
blue
high.
ranks?
Tekken King,
No.
Tekken King, right?
Like,
Tekken King?
hell no.
Yeah.
It was like
I
red.
have no
rank.
idea.
I think so.
might
I
have-
think it was Tekken King, if I'm not
I thought it was
mistaken.
Tekken King.
He got
It was
till red.
red.
Chat is saying.
Oh.
Orange or
Red.
red, yeah.
Isn't it?
See,
What color?
I feel like you might be able to 2-2-2 your way there with Clive. You know, I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
In my eyes, like Clive, I don't think he's really my style of character. Like once he's
Right.
balanced, but he's got a lot of bullshit right now that you can just spam. Like forward 1+2, forward 2, 1+2. All those things are safe. They all have good tracking. They're all fucking amazing. And then you have down 1. Just it's not launch punishable. It's a great low.
Yeah.
Like what are you gonna do about that after that? And then if you just want to just spam forward 4 into mix all day, like you might guess right. It's easy to do a crouch dash hell sweep with Kazuya.
And you have the full screen power crush, and then you have the
Yeah.
level 5 thing too on top of that. So
Yeah.
he's got some bullshit. Yeah.
Like you can
Yeah, he just
simplify with the level of bullshit he has. If you're a higher level player, I think what Suiken's saying though is at the lower ranks, like he's not an easy pick up and play and just dominate.
Yeah.
Unless you know how to abuse these good tools.
Yeah.
No, but I think the point is like the way I'm looking at it with seeing everybody here. Rip's the only one that has played Final Fantasy 16. The Clive trailer and getting people interested most affected Steve, and then you have the other party, Suiken, who he doesn't give a fuck about this shit. So we have like every kind of like person that could be interested in this shit or
That's
not
true.
kind of represented here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring another thing into the discussion.
Bring it in.
The Tifa department.
Oh, boy.
For me personally, it was like
Where are the 2 things I wanted, Mike? That's what you're saying, right? Go ahead.
no, it's not just that. It's just we already had a Final Fantasy character in 7, Noctis, and we're getting another Final Fantasy character again, and it kind of feels like, damn, we really went with another Final Fantasy character, and it wasn't Tifa, especially after all the uproar and everybody talking about her since 7 after like they announced Noctis, and then they give us a first guest character in 8, and it's a Final Fantasy character
That's the part.
that's not Tifa. It's like
That's the part.
Wait,
Yeah.
so look, for me, can you guys explain it to me? Because again, I'm
Mhm.
not a big Final Fantasy character, and I only know Tifa through
even Suiken knows
yeah.
Tifa. That's my point.
Okay, calm down, dude. Calm down. Okay. I'm on Twitter. I see everyone complaining, but what's the big uproar between her and this character? Like I don't get it. Why
The
did Tifa-
main thing is just legacy, honestly, in terms of like iconic female characters, girl characters in the video game universe.
So you're talking
Name
about
me
female
a top
character?
name me a top 5. Name me a top 5 that doesn't have Tifa on. Like you can't.
Don't ask me. I don't know.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying what I'm also been reading too. It's just like
Okay.
there's no girl guest characters in Tekken, and it's true. It's not wrong.
So I'm reading the chat, and some people are saying she fits Tekken in some way.
And
Because she fights with her fists.
she's a brawler. She literally
brawler.
does Tekken juggles in her own game. She does launch, air combo, juggle, and then boom, boom, boom.
Damn, the hands are coming out. Okay,
She-
you're really serious about this.
I'm just saying.
He's riled up.
You're serious about this.
So to play devil's advocate,
Okay, go ahead.
what if the idea was to give something new? Final Fantasy VII specifically, you're talking about Tifa, is a legacy character, but we're talking about a brand new entry.
We
in the
had that in
franchise.
7 with Noctis, Steve. That's
Much like Final Fantasy. Every Final Fantasy game is always, for the last 20 years, outside of like 7 Rebirth and remake and all of this, has always been a new character. They always go to a brand new character.
And they still have a new 7 coming out. Like 7 is still relevant, like literally this year. Like
and that's cool and all, but isn't the whole point of them is to like get eyes on this new franchise, even still with Final Fantasy. Obviously, they have the eyes. They've already put the game out. 7 is a game that's, and Tifa's actually even been in a fighting game already before as well. You know, so it's like, how is that not the side? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I like Tifa. I love Tifa. More of an Aerith guy, but I love Tifa. Her being in Tekken.
Yeah, I remember you guys at EWC.
I'm with Steve.
At the Final Fantasy VII Museum.
Like, I get it. Tifa's cool. Dolph, I think it would be dope. I have Advent Children on Blu-ray sitting right next to me. I'm one of those guys.
For the record, I personally do not care in this, like today. Like I cared like 4 days ago at the Video Game Awards. Clive is fun. He's great. Whatever. You know, it's just I'm just saying all the points that everybody else has been bringing.
The 2 points.
There's an important point. It's in the chat right now, and I saw this from Felix as well, right? But it says in the Clive talk show, they talked about started working on this, adding Clive back in 2022, since before the Tifa uproar.
I have that
right,
too.
and then they started working on Clive before Final Fantasy 16 even came out. That's fine, but people were asking for Tifa from the moment Noctis was announced. That was back in San Francisco, TWT 2017. Okay, so yes, they started in 2022, but for 5 years before that, people were talking about Tifa for Tekken. 5 years. That's not the same thing at all.
But do you think that the reason why? I mean, I'm just talking. I don't know anything, of course. Like the Tifa, because they already released Reina.
Oh,
right?
That's true.
Yeah, they already released Reina, and I feel like Reina, when she was released, everyone loved her. Like it was cool. She was gutsy. Everyone's like, "Oh my god!" All the cosplayers were coming out, and that was really exciting. But releasing, I feel like Tifa would forget about it. Like,
bro, I think that too.
Get out of my way,
That's a good point. It's a fair point. And also, I'll just say I don't care about Tifa either.
You can't release another girl because it's gonna ruin Reina's image. Like,
because
it's gonna overshadow her. Maybe
it would definitely overshadow.
Yeah,
it would definitely overshadow.
It would imagine like being a Tekken dev and be like, let's overshadow our main character with another character. Outside of.
Mike's down with that. He's like, overshadow her. Give me Tifa. That's what he wants.
Dude, she's only a guest character. She's gonna be gone. Reina's gonna be here for the next 20 years. Like, it's fine. Like, what's the problem? I don't get it.
My biggest issue, right? Like, obviously, I knew people were gonna be upset about it not being Tifa, right? Which is why I was laughing my ass off when it was Clive. But in the Tekken guest universe, right? Tekken 7, we had Final Fantasy, Walking Dead, Street Fighter, King of Fighters, right? Yeah, the entire world is open. Once they gave us The Walking Dead, it's like anything from media is available as a guest character. And then they come in to give us a Final Fantasy character again. That's not Tifa, right? So now it's like, now we've had, out of the 5 or 6 guest characters they've had in the history of Tekken, and 2 of them are from Final Fantasy, right? Like, you could have had Jack Bauer, you could have had Conor McGregor, anything. You could have had
fucking Spider-Man,
First off, both of those choices suck, but
I agree. Cool. I completely agree. My point is just that the world was open. You could have chose from anything, and they gave us another Final Fantasy, And then the clip that Mike was going to show us, I think, like there's hints that they're already dropping that maybe this is not the only Final Fantasy character we're going to get.
Expand.
And to further talk about that, how do you guys feel about if that is the case? They're like, oh, that means Clive wasn't just the only thing on the table. If you want Tifa, you got to take Clive. It's a package deal. You can't just take Tifa without Clive.
You can just wait for later.
No, I mean for the devs.
I see.
So like this, I see what you're saying, but also like, and if that's the case, they definitely hinted, and I saw this too, where they hinted at that this might not be the only guest character, and even more so, it might not be the only Final Fantasy guest character.
But isn't that too many Final Fantasy characters? Isn't that too many?
Out of like the 6 guests in the history of Tekken?
Many? Is this Tekken Cross Final Fantasy now? Like,
it's more Tekken Cross Final Fantasy than Tekken Cross Street Fighter.
That's for sure.
And I want that game. I want Tekken Cross Street Fighter more than anything. But I also see both sides of it. Like, first off, I don't want another Final Fantasy character. I don't. But like, if it is another Final Fantasy character, I will only accept Tifa.
We can have anybody in the universe, Steve. anybody in
Vi.
all
Emo
of
Vi.
media.
Mike, that's not true. You can't put anybody in there because some
Yeah,
people
They,
say no.
dude, they got Negan in there. Like, where was that?
Ryder said they asked the KFC, the general. They asked him.
Why would he go to KFC? He was supposed to go to freaking the other
did we
place,
talk
the
about
Waffle
KFC?
House.
Howdy.
Why did he go to KFC? He went to the wrong
Because they
place
wanted Victor
anyway.
to have a KFC
But that's-
costume, bro.
man.
Oh,
But that's the
God.
thing. Not
Damn it.
everybody. Look. Not everybody wants like their brand associated with it. Like one of the reasons,
True.
like
Yeah.
for like Mortal Kombat, right? Like they have people in there that they're like, hey, we went to these people, but most people don't want to see their carcass get mutilated on
Yeah.
a game. You have
Yeah,
to be
right.
okay with stuff like that.
So you should be in
even
Tekken
if
instead.
Even if even if it is a business side of it, it's still like a collaborative thing too. Some
Right.
people sometimes they don't want that to be the connection that they have to the game,
mean-
and they'll go other ways. So it's not only like, hey, give it to us.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes
there's a
people don't want it.
shitload of stuff that would want to be in there, I think.
I know,
And
but see,
Especially when people, if I was a company, right? Any media company, and this company came and said, like, hey, we put guest characters into our game. This is what we do with them. This is what they look like before, and this is what they look like in our game. I think most companies, unless it's like, oh, we don't want fighting, blah, blah, blah. Anything beyond that, I feel like it's kind of fair game because they do such a good job of bringing them in.
I mean, but once again, that's still something that like
You
it's
have to
dependent.
negotiate and make it happen. Yeah.
But what if, okay, so let's just say, well, they go to a company, right? And it's like, all right, well, we want to use your character, bro. We want to use fucking Ronald McDonald in our fighting game. And they're like, give us 8 million.
dude, why are you putting all these food fighters?
Right?
Steven's
I
hungry
know.
right
Are you right now,
I'm pretty
dude?
hungry.
My man is hungry.
He's like, yo,
Dude, Chad,
we might not
I'm
get the
gonna
Colonel,
Uber
we
this
might not
guy
get
to
Ronald.
fucking McDonald's and KFC.
But In and
Jack in the
Out?
Box, dude.
In and
Jack in the
Out?
Box and Tekken, I can see him.
You guys want In and Out after this?
That's Jack
Double
11,
double?
bro. Jack in the Box.
Jack
I can definitely
11.
go for it. Damn. But all I'm saying is like it's not a one-sided thing. Obviously, like I would want a lot of dope shit, but like if it's not something that they can actually make happen, there's no real
I mean,
point
let me
in
break it down
trying to-
again some more. Season
Okay.
1, there's only 4 characters. 3 characters were legacy characters, 1 guest. Season 2, if it's another Final Fantasy character and the other 3 are legacy, how we feel?
I mean, that's first off, that's a theoretic.
I know it is. It is.
But,
It
but it's
is.
an option now
Right.
that interview
And
happened.
they're hinting at it all over the place. But
It really shouldn't be that surprising though, because in Tekken 7, there was not only 1 guest character, there was 2.
Right.
And
But,
then
but not
3
two
if
from
you
the-
count
but not
Negan.
2 from Final
the
Fantasy. I think
same
that's what Mike's point
franchise.
is.
The same
Yeah.
franchise.
Yeah.
How do we feel
But
about
I
that?
mean, them saying, put like this, all I'm saying is, and I agree with you, I don't think we're going to get another Final Fantasy character. I don't. If we do, too bad. But I don't think we're going to get it.
Somebody
Like-
save that. Somebody save that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
Explain
good.
that right now.
Save that for the future. I'm
That's
just
gonna be
saying.
coming up.
I'm just saying.
I want to show this shit back to Steve in 4 years or whatever.
Yeah.
you
Right?
know?
Listen, wait. The thing is, if it's already in the bag, then it's already in the bag. We
Too
can't
bad.
do anything about it.
It
It's already there. Too bad. You got to hold that shit.
I
But
mean,
for
we
me,
do,
it-
but we don't know,
it
right?
won't
That's the
make-
fun part.
It won't make or break it because one, if they put another character in, and even if it is, what if it is Tifa and she's fucking sick? Like, what
Yeah.
if it?
She
I'm not gonna
probably
like,
will be,
damn.
but
I have
then
no doubt that
that's
they'll
the
make whatever it is
issue.
comes
It's like, dude, now we have 2 Final Fantasy characters in this game,
That's
and
the
we
issue
only
now.
asked for the 1.
we only asked for one.
But yeah, he's sick. He's sick. That's dope. They did a great job. I mean, nothing. I'm not shitting on them for any of that. That stuff's great.
I think your point though about how maybe it was like a package deal from the Square side. Like, hey,
Yeah,
if that happens, I think that what you suggested is probably likely. And I was looking up the numbers while you guys are talking. Apparently, Final Fantasy 16 didn't sell super hot. Like it was like 3 million, and then they stopped reporting the numbers that it sold afterwards. And it was like a PS5, not PS4, so it had less console sell on, etc. PC release didn't do as
That
well
makes
either.
a lot
so,
of sense. Yeah, just
so
released
Tekken
last
actually,
year.
yeah. I usually when I think about guest characters, I feel like it's supposed to boost Tekken. But in this case, I feel like Tekken's hooking up Square. Like, hey, we're gonna let everyone know who Clive is, because right now everyone's like, who the fuck? Like Google. Steve's like, I'm gonna go buy that shit. Final
No,
Fantasy 16,
you're saying that because
That's
it's
what I did.
Clive, but if it was Tifa,
Right.
then you would say it
Right,
the
right.
other way around. It's like
Like, I already
Square
got
is
those
hooking up
games.
Namco.
like I already got him.
And 16, I think, came out on PC like just in the past year or so, right? So
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
it's kind of relevant for them to kind of sell that
Exactly,
game now,
Yeah.
right? So interesting.
Well,
They're
whatever.
both
okay, look,
relevant. Like to
look,
be
look,
fair,
if-
7 and
if
16.
if it
right
was
now.
a package deal, if it was gonna be Tifa Tifa would probably be a season 3 or a 4 thing.
Yeah,
right?
you would put her
Unless-
I
last.
feel like it would.
Unless, what if it's announced at the start of season 2?
Anyway, so like I was saying, right? I feel like the way the platform they did for Tekken 7, right? They when they did a Final Fantasy character, I feel like they are gonna have a different guest character outside of Final Fantasy as well. You know, may it be like another Street Fighter character or a Virtua Fighter character.
So you're
instead of
thinking
Final-
2 legacy and 2 guests in season
I'd
2?
be down.
Right.
That's what you're thinking?
Yeah, I think
2
so. I think so.
Where's they
I
supposed to
think
fit
it could
in? Where's
be-
Ganryu
it could
supposed
be-
to
They're
fit
dead.
in? One of them's
Bruce
already
Lee.
Anna. We already
Bruce
know
and Lei.
that.
Bruce and Lei.
No,
said
it
it,
wasn't
Bruce
Anna,
and
bro.
Lei.
It was Clive's
Yo,
lipstick.
you just blew my mind, bro. That'd be sick if they put Akira, like new Akira, in Tekken 8.
With the
I
hat.
like it. I like
Oh
it.
my god, that would be
That's too
Dude.
dangerous, I think. If you're Sega, I don't think you'll allow
That
that.
would be crazy. And it would
telling
like
you.
boost
Yeah,
both of them for like
Yeah,
VF6
I think-
launch too.
I
I
mean,
think
can you
that kills
imagine
Virtua
Tekken
Fighter.
saving the fight like the fighting game franchise with all these other characters being brought in and stuff?
Yep.
Yeah.
It'd be like fighting Vipers all over again. And it's not that far fetched because they had the Tekken 7 pack for Virtua Fighter. You literally can dress them up
Oh, yeah.
as Tekken characters
Mhm.
Yep,
full
yep.
blown. So that's not far fetched. That's not that far fetched. And two, like, I think them having, that's why I pointed it out. I think them having multiple guest characters is a way to put these characters in with no promise of ever seeing them again whatsoever.
Yeah.
So they can still go far and wide to put any character in that they want, but they also have the liberty of doing something cool with a character that we don't expect, like Clive. So
You guys are blowing my mind right now. I've never thought of it in this terms, but like maybe we'll just have one legacy character and 3 guests. That would be sick, actually. Like I think a lot of Tekken fans like Suiken would be upset because they don't have their mains yet.
Yeah,
you know, they're like,
exactly.
"Where's my Julia? Where's
can't
my Lei?
please
Where's
everybody.
my Anna?"
You literally
can't.
can't.
But you literally
I-
can't. You
Yeah.
literally
I
can't
mean-
please everyone.
You can't.
Yeah, you can't. That's I've come to grips with that. I'm used to it. Come on now, I'm used to it. You know, I'm
Yeah,
used
yeah,
to it. Yeah. But the thing is, like I think at this point in stage for this game from the previous game, I think everyone knows that if your character isn't out yet, don't hold your breath. You know, because there's absolutely a chance that you'll never see your character again. Rest in peace, Ganryu.
So sad.
You know, like there's
Or it
a
might be
good-
5 years. Like,
It
that's
could
a
be the
long
next
time, bro.
Tekken. It could be the next Tekken.
it could
Whatever,
be,
right?
it could be the next
Yeah.
Tekken, bro. Look, I've
Yeah.
been playing fighting games a long time. I agree with you, Suki.
Yeah. So
That
sure
like
does suck,
I think
yeah.
this is a good step that what Tekken is doing is introducing a different broad to
Yeah.
like more of a different like community. Like we'll grab somebody here from
Yeah.
Final Fight. Oh, Virtual Fighter community. We'll show you some love. We'll grab you. Street Fighter. Stay over there, but
Yeah.
we'll get the rest of you over here, guys. The line forms over here, Yeah, so I think that's really cool to see. Seeing people just joining up and be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I've never played Tekken before, but you know what? Clive is in it, and he looks cool, and I'm gonna try it."
Yeah,
Why
that
not?
definitely happens because I've definitely heard that in previous Tekkens. Like, I got into Tekken because Lars was in a Naruto game. I got into
Yeah.
Tekken because
Yeah.
of Final Fantasy 15 Noctis. Like, I've literally heard that like a couple of times from several different players, throughout the years. So it definitely does happen. But kind of to like go off of what Steve said, they're probably, if they are guest characters, they're probably only going to last for one game. Then why
Yeah.
not give it to us early? Because the game only has so many years in the competitive scene, in the active life, life of the game before it dies, before everybody starts playing the next one. Why
Mhm.
not give us the guests
There
early?
you go. So
Stretch
do that again,
dollars,
Sukin.
buddy.
Do that thing with
This-
your hands again.
No, they gotta stretch their dollar. They can't
They
hope to
can't.
just
Yeah, there you
get
go.
that money in season 2 and expect no season 3 and 4. They have to expand it.
go.
They have to give us a little bit like, oh
Yeah.
wow, we got this for season 2. And then like, what can we expect for season 3? What can we
Yeah.
expect for
Mhm.
season 4?
Yep.
But if you just blow your cash,
Yep.
at the right away, there's no season 3, no season 4.
Yeah.
And that, I think
Imagine season
think-
4 Clive. you'd be much more disappointed.
Exactly.
True.
I would be upset. Like honestly,
Season
like,
4 Tifa though, you'd be like, oh, let's play some more Tekken. Right?
yeah, but
See, that's what I was saying. The later, the better. They're not gonna be like, "Yo,
Yeah.
give them Tifa right out of at the end of season." No, they're not gonna do. First off, that's just bad business. You don't do that. But two, like, yeah, it is better for that. And two, you already have people complaining about having a foreign character in Tekken. So I don't think too much is gonna change outside of that. Because if Tifa got some bullshit, people gonna be mad just the same that she's not a Tekken character.
After Negan, nothing will surprise me because
I mean, you maybe,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of
literally-
bandwagon Tekken fans that's gonna be like, man, this shit ain't Tekken anymore. Negan's in there. That dude killed Glenn on The Walking Dead. I'm
There's
like,
there's a
He did
very vocal community online that as soon as one thing they don't like shows up in Tekken, they're like, "See, I told you, this is why
Yeah.
Tekken's dying," and blah blah blah. It's like, dude, just go do
Oh, yeah.
something else. Like, come on, man, what are you doing? Like,
Oh,
that's a whole other topic.
Yeah, I
But-
mean, there is definitely like Clive. We've talked about like all the cool stuff about him, right? The secondary group of haters out there, they're like, this is a Soul Calibur character. What's he doing in Tekken? This isn't Tekken anymore. It's not
Yeah.
true martial arts, etc., right? Like for me, I totally understand that, but like I accepted that a long time ago. Basically, like when I look at Clive now, I feel like he's a easier to understand Lars to me. I'm like, all right, cool. I still don't know what the fuck Lars is doing, and like that's been like that for 15 years. Clive, all right. There's like this one's got wings. This one's got green stuff. This one's got orange stuff. It's much easier for my brain to process. But like that's what Tekken is nowadays. It's not what I want it to be anymore, right? Like it's like that traditional martial arts style. It's gone. Like Victor, guns, everything, swords, gun, sword, knife, whatever. He's got everything and teleports and shit. Like,
yeah.
all right, it's still in the game, but I still like Tekken, but it's not the same Tekken anymore.
Yeah.
And that's fine. It's just, it is what it is now.
I think that's what we're trying to say at the bottom of the day, right? No matter what they do to the series, we fucking love Tekken. So
We're still Tekken fans.
Yeah.
We're fucked.
Yeah.
yeah, no matter what they do to it, like take us to the moon, we're probably gonna still play that shit. We are in the fighting in the
We're
moon,
fighting in
actually.
space.
yeah, like fuck it, dude.
Okay.
That's literally. But yeah, that's funny.
We weren't really planning to talk about it, but did you guys watch the Virtua Fighter trailer?
bro,
I have, yeah.
I dead ass. That shit was crazy. I am
Dude,
fucking
I'll
ecstatic,
pull it up
bro.
right now.
No,
That's
that was
cool.
super, super cool. I think that the part of it, and apparently I posted about it, but people were telling me this existed in like Virtua Fighter 3. But the blocks go to where the limbs are coming at them,
Yeah.
which is really crazy. Like it's like that's
The
not in Virtua Fighter 5.
Dynamic block is so sick.
Yeah.
It still is. I think
It's not.
It
It's
still
not. It's not.
not?
So it's like
Yeah, yeah.
there's a thing that you'll see in this at the small snippet they show at the end, but not Sarah, the new girl Stella, I think her name is. She blocks, and then there's like a low kick that she
Yeah.
checks by lifting up her leg.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
don't
so
So
spoil
instead
sick.
of like
Yeah,
your
I'm watching
body
it now.
crouching to block, she actually lifts her leg to block it while standing, and that was really crazy. I was like, wait a second, what does that mean? About how the blocking animations look in this game. So obviously they showed us very little. But yeah, this is the real trailer, and obviously
This
this
is
is
my first
yeah.
time
At this point, you had no idea what the hell was happening, right?
Yeah.
No,
I thought it was an Ip Man
once I saw
game.
this.
Yeah, I
was
thought
like,
so too.
oh,
I thought it was
shit.
like Sifu 2 or something.
Yeah.
Once I heard him talk, I heard the voice. I was like, "Oh shit!"
No, it
literally
wasn't
screamed.
until
This
the
part. right after.
Tetuzanko,
Yeah.
the shoulder.
Yeah.
I was like, wait.
Oh,
I was like, that's
shit.
fucking
Oh,
Akira,
man.
dude. Oh,
I was like, wait, is it ready for what?
but he doesn't look
Nah,
like
that shit
him.
goes off.
And then the VF showed up.
Sick-ass
Yeah,
trailer.
Yeah.
that shit was.
That was
This
tight.
is a sick ass teaser, bro.
Dude,
It
they
is. But
just
then this
show the
part here,
snippet.
right
the
after.
snippet.
Back.
It's such a short snippet too. But watch the blocks here. Leg check. I was like,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
the hell?
Dude, and the
Yeah.
sound on that shoulder
I like that.
Yeah.
sounds so satisfying.
I've watched that way too many times already.
Yeah, I know what you're talking when you're like it like really makes it give it like a true
Wait,
martial
Mike,
arts animation.
Mike, play this
right?
back in like super slow mo.
Yeah.
Playing it with sound, so
Okay. Well, I'm muted and play back in super slow mo after because it's like 3 seconds long anyway. But like you'll see the blocks. It looks so crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like and apparently, like I said, it was in the old VF games, but
Yeah.
it's definitely not in 5. Like
not
this.
as like apparent as this. Like this
Yeah.
is like clean. Oh, put that at the
Slow,
height.
slow, slow.
Damn, 4K mic, huh?
Oh my god, your computer's about to catch on fire, dude.
Playback speed.
Playback
I was
speed.
like, my brain's not working. I was like, I couldn't see it.
Yeah, watch this. Watch this. Just watch the way he avoids that, which is crazy by itself, right?
Yeah.
And then just watch her hands are blocking
Right there.
everything.
Right here, watch.
Dude, the low block.
Leg. Oh, whoa.
Yeah, the next sequence is where you'll see the leg check. Boom.
Even
Dude,
still,
Yeah.
the way
That
she
block.
like,
Yeah.
ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's wild. And
Yeah.
his high blocks like elbow, elbow, elbow,
Yeah.
left, right. So it's
Actually,
really
like,
interesting.
actually blocking
Yeah.
each limb like properly.
It's not
what
like,
are you
the
doing
old
up
Street
there,
Fighter
Mike?
games like,
What
I'm
is
blocking.
happening with those hands?
I'm blocking.
Yeah.
You know?
and what's crazy
clean-
is like, I don't know if you guys played Virtua Fighter 3 2B, and that's when they had more of the kind of Tekken 4 kind of style camera where they were like following up those different levels and shit.
Mm.
And they moved away from it in 4 and 5, but they brought it back. So you can see that like it feels a lot more like natural open world because Virtua Fighters always felt kind of confined, but not in 3 2B as much because they had like different levels and shit and everything. So it actually looks really cool. I can't believe that they actually showed a new Virtua Fighter. And like
Same.
I'm interested to see like what
Crazy.
they're gonna do to like change it up.
I
Because
think. Sorry.
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, in Virtua Fighter, when I remember the old days in the arcades when they would release side by side, it always felt like VF was like one step ahead of Tekken, and then the next Tekken would kind of catch up to them, and it always felt like they were like playing catch up like that. And obviously now Virtua Fighter, it's gone for like 20 years. They're like, what can we do that these guys aren't doing? And then when you had that interview with the developers, they said like, what is Virtua Fighter? And they said something about like realism
Innovation and reality.
Innovation and reality.
Yeah,
Innovation
and so, like,
reality. Yeah.
those two concepts, I was like, that's totally what I see from that like 5-second clip they gave us. I was like, whoa, that's pretty dope. Like I'm excited to see where it goes. Like I don't know how the game's gonna do or anything, right? But I'm excited that we have another 3D fighter coming back, and that it looks like they are trying to innovate in this space, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, I watched
Without just anime and sparkles and shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
watched
that's,
that video. Go ahead.
I mean, that to kind of like go off on that too. I think it's kind of been going down this route since 6. I think Eris has been the one to pinpoint it like directly. It's like, why the fuck did they add this chainsaw bitch and this stupid anime motherfucker into the game? And it's just like, that shit's ruining Tekken. And it's like, it's been going down this more anime heavy route since like 6. I mean, it's always been like goofy with like the stories and stuff, and like 5, 4 and all that stuff, right? But there was like a certain level of realism and seriousness to like 3 and 4. And while still being silly every now and then.
Yeah.
Bro, there's a fucking bear in every Tekken game.
And
There
that's
is,
the thing.
yeah.
But look,
Everybody always brings that
everyone-
argument up. Yeah.
Everyone
a
says
bear.
there's
I
the
get
bear,
it.
there were
There's
devils,
bears in
there were
real life.
lasers,
Yeah, I get
right?
it.
But like you look at the percentage of bears and devils and lasers versus the complete cast of the game, it's like 10% max, right? And now you look at it, it's like 25%, maybe 30. Like where are we gonna end up here? Like it's pushing more and more that way. Like the scale of the game
Jin
is different,
shitting out devil wings every other move. Like, come on.
He always had the power, Mike. Come
He
on.
did, but I'm just saying.
Weren't you a Jin main when you started?
Don't,
It's your
don't-
fault.
don't go there.
All right.
In 5, I started in 5 before he turned to evil and did World
You
War
were probably attracted by that devil you
No,
saw
no, no,
in
no.
Tekken 3 or
Tekken
something.
6 Jin ruined the character forever. He's not irredeemable anymore.
Sure.
I don't care
Yeah,
if you
the
press
story on
X
the gameplay.
to believe in his heart anymore. Like, I don't care about none of that shit. He's not the same character.
Yeah.
Not my Tekken.
Not my Jin.
Anyway, the point is, Virtua Fighter was it innovation and reality. Pretty
Yeah.
cool. And just as a 3D fighter in the space, like instead of going down the more anime route, they're going to try to be more realistic, which is like very interesting.
Which
I
is
can't
cool.
wait
Yeah.
for fighter to like I can't imagine like I know like they have a drunken fighter there in that game, and I can
Shun Di.
imagine it's gonna be crazy. Like if that just that 5-second clip of like the detail of moving to block a low or skip the low, right, to defend a low.
So sick.
I can imagine the detail for other like characters
Oh,
involved. That's
like
gonna
the
look real.
animations.
The little
Yeah.
aspects, the little things about that clip alone can reveal like, oh, this might be something they're working on that's going to be really good.
That's why, like, when I saw that clip, like, first the Virtua Fighter is back, the VF. And then they started the gameplay. I thought it was done. I zoomed. I was like, what the hell? And like, they showed like this small ass picture in picture. I'm like, I didn't even know there was 2 people sitting on the sides. Like my brain went straight to the gameplay, right? I was like, why is this so damn small? And like they're filming off a
Locked in.
Yes, I got
Tunnel
tunnel
vision.
vision and biker boys and shit, bro. But like, I couldn't see like that there's even people out there because you don't see the lighting correctly because it's off another monitor or whatever. So it's a really interesting reveal. It's just such a short snippet because they clearly wanted you to see something, right? But not enough.
It was
So,
just
very
enough.
cool.
It's like the developers like lifting up this dress and he's just showing me a little ankle. And it's like, thank you, VF. Like that
was that a calf? Oh, I
like,
can't.
oh my, that is beautiful.
Dude,
like,
we got
damn.
someone that's hungry in this chat, and we got someone extra horny right now.
It's just an example, but yeah.
I
VF
just thought of
looks
this
like
randomness, about the developer lifting their skirt.
it's called
Anyways.
showing an ankle, man. It's an old
Yeah.
thing. But
So what do we talk about? We didn't talk about season 2 yet.
yeah, up after
last thing,
that.
right?
Yeah,
There it is.
after.
Yeah.
All right, so we also got a winter update. VF6 looks sick, but Tekken 8 also getting a winter update for season 2. This is the first time they've like really mentioned anything about season 2. So I'll just play this in the background. Boom. But yeah, season 2 definitely happening, and they definitely said our current version right now we're playing on is 1.10, and they said there's one more patch after the new year. So
Yeah. So I assume that's going to be the Clive fix-up patch,
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
right?
Same.
Because I
They-
feel like
they
the
definitely
bigger
gonna start
patch
catching
is
up.
coming with this, right?
yeah.
Also,
New
I don't
features.
remember.
Oh yeah, photo mode.
Oh, that
Dude,
photo
have you
mode
seen
is
the new photo mode stuff they've got?
Further evolve.
No, I
Bro, I got to pull up the photo mode. Where is this?
Look at this shit.
MYK.
Damn, is she giving a thumbs up with the rocket
Yeah,
punch? That's
double
tight.
finger.
I didn't notice that
Yeah.
before.
Saw somebody use this the other day. It was crazy.
59 defense. I matching most of the online player. Yeah.
What's the lowest you've seen?
Me 43.
Damn.
Look at the photo mode, bro. People are going crazy with it.
Yeah.
It's-
I can imagine
people like, thank you, Harada.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, I
they're-
saw that tweet. That shit was
Yeah.
crazy.
More customization items. It is getting a lot more robust with the custom stuff. I know that.
I do like all
Mhm.
this stuff, like
Yeah.
adding all the features. Just, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, fan art in game finally too.
That's cool.
I think, yeah, all these quality of life stuff is great. They should always keep
Actually, I
it.
think that Kuma is the JB. I think that might be the JB style Kuma.
Dang.
The cake? Is
The
it the old
cake,
cake or the new
cake.
cake? I need to know.
The cake is back.
I actually instantly thought of Rip when I saw that. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, they brought that cake back.
But they had cake in 7 and it was whack. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there it
you
is.
can't. You use it as an item move. King finally has a wall combo after 20 years.
Look at this. Oh. New moves for all characters.
Dude, I really thought that was Wang for some reason when he did that move.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, that that threw me off too.
And then the Anna hint.
Nah, man, that's Tifa's lipstick.
That's definitely
Uh-huh.
She's gonna come and uppercut the helicopter, bro.
That'd be sick as
That's
hell.
actually my
If there
butthole
would have been a
lipstick.
curveball, and you just see the rocket, and then Tifa comes up and just uppercuts
Boom.
it.
Uppercut the helicopter, kiss the missile.
This game's been so nice without Anna. God damn it.
It was good while it lasted.
Man, we still had Kuma to deal with, bro.
Kuma was great. What do you mean?
Yeah, exactly. For all Kuma players,
I told you guys to join us.
I did. I played him.
one.
You're either with us or against us, okay?
Yeah.
It's a fucking bear. A bear.
All right. Yeah, so season 2 coming out.
Yeah.
And we got the last character. Boom. Oh, yeah, they showed this before. Oh, yeah, this was the
Yeah.
thing they showed at the finals. This was the trailer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, Law got he's got a strong aerial tailspin move.
finally. And it's off of
Yeah.
his down forward 1. Kind of interesting.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that. That's kind of weird. Are you sure?
Yeah, it is.
Are you sure?
Okay.
I don't believe you. Show me again.
I thought it was a single hitting move. I don't know.
We gotta
It goes by really fast because they have the text over it.
Mm.
Right here.
You're gonna have to put it in slow motion. For this
Yep,
old
yep.
man.
Yeah, I'm too old for this, bro. You gotta go slower.
Whoa, come on, slow down now.
Oh God, Mike.
See, this
Hold
is
on
why
now.
you get
Hold on now.
stream, guys.
Down forward 1.
Down
you saw
for
it?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then
And
a
is
string.
it a string? Oh
yeah,
shit! It's
down
like down
forward
for
1, 2 or something.
Did they take away the old 10 string?
Oh. It's probably down forward 1, 1 plus 2.
Yeah.
No, it's probably down forward 1 2. I bet.
No, I think it's
No one
probably
used the
one-
other 10
I
string.
think you're right.
Cool.
What the
Interesting.
fuck?
Yeah, they don't. He only needs the down forward 1, 3, 2 10 string anyway.
Oh.
Yeah. That's the only one that's useful anyway. So I like that change.
Yeah, off
Cool.
a down forward 1. Yeah,
Boom, boom. Nice.
pretty cool.
Damn. It
Damn,
looks
13
cool.
frame Punisher too?
I hope not, because that's gonna wall
Yeah.
splat.
Shh, shh. You hope
Quiet
so.
now.
Oh
Hush you.
god.
It
Oh
probably
god.
doesn't wall splat. It probably just like knocks down, like fall drops.
Oh, I hope so.
It looks like it does like the spin thing though.
Yeah,
like-
the
Yeah,
ballerina
that's what it does.
spin.
Yeah.
Usually,
Strong
strong
aerial
aerial
tail
tailspins do the
Yeah.
ballerina spin or something.
Yeah.
Do those moves usually wall splat?
Yeah, and the
Oh, okay.
stop.
I'm just asking questions.
I know what you're doing.
I was just asking.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much all the topics. I
Cool.
think we went over everything in pretty good detail. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
more stuff than expected. Superman and Virtua Fighter got added to it.
Yeah, those were definitely not on the list. But yeah, I guess that concludes our show. Where can they
Woo-woo.
follow you guys at? Start for Suiken. Boom.
Oh, hey, you can definitely find me at wait, what's my handle again?
What's my
Suiken
name
User
again?
on Twitch. I haven't done this in a while, guys. So it's good to be back. But yeah, I started streaming again. You can check me out on Twitch at Suiken User, and you can find me on Twitter. What's my Twitter? Suiken TK, yeah, or something like that.
It's very confusing. You got
Yeah,
all
very
kinds of stuff.
confusing. I know. I since I ever lost my original name, I don't care anymore.
Damn.
Nailed it.
Damn.
So sad. So
All
sad.
right. Rip, where can they follow you at?
You guys already know. It's level up your game. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. TikTok is old ass boomer. That's the good one. I'm starting to post on there now. I figured out that Twitch lets you easily vertical.
Oh yeah,
size your
yeah.
clips.
Ever since they updated it, that's nice.
Yeah. And so I'm gonna change my layout a little bit, but then it'll be easier to put stuff onto TikTok. So that's the plan going forward. And then that's basically it, I think. Yeah.
Nice. All right, Steve, the most tastiest man alive. Where can they find you?
Hey, at tasty_Steve on X/Twitter, Tasty Steve YouTube, Tasty Steve at tasty_Steve IG, and I have a Blue Sky account, but I can't remember.
Oh,
It's
I have one
Tasty
too now.
something.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's Tasty
I
Steve
haven't-
something. I ain't got shit on there yet, but
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna
You know,
try.
I made the blue sky thing, and I was thinking like, there's so much pressure to make your first post on those things. It's got to be perfect.
Yep.
So I just didn't post. Yeah,
Are you in
because
high
you're
school,
gonna look back and
dude?
you're gonna be like, that was the first post I made.
That's
That's so
right.
whack.
You really think about social media first impressions, dude? What the?
Yeah,
fuck?
dude. Well,
Oh
people,
my
My
God.
personal use. I just want.
first impressions are
If
important.
I do social media stuff, I want it to look good. Okay, so yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a Blue Sky too. I forgot. Yeah, Suiken User. Yeah, there.
Okay, you guys can follow me
I
at
think
Twitch
mine's like my
and
Twitter.
Twitter. The name is MYK. And now,
Wait. Steve, aren't you doing stuff with Spooky too on his channel?
Oh,
Or your
yeah.
Yeah,
channel?
make sure to
That's
follow
also your
at
channel,
Team
right?
Spooky. Yeah, make sure to follow at Team Spooky. Thanks, Rip. Because we do a lot of like video game FGC update stuff on there. We just did one talking about Clive. Spooky
Oh.
did his own little tutorial with Clive as well, and I've been helping him out and vice versa, so we can get more like video game content out there. Make sure you follow the boy Team Spooky on YouTube as well. He's one of the OGs when it comes
The
to
legend.
streaming and shit.
yep.
Yeah, and also just a homie, and he's a big like nerd like I am. So follow him too. Thanks for reminding me, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all right, the infamous fish calling segment. We got Steve's earlier, and it was pretty good. I kind of don't remember what it was because it's been a while.
You don't remember? I'll remind you. So while at Tatakai Tuesday, Rangchu
yeah.
pulled up after winning the TWT final. And he lost, by the way. But I just saw a tweet of some fucking babies on the internet complaining about why would they spend money to go to a local where IDOM is going to take their money every week. You guys, if you feel that way, you're bitches. Because I don't believe in my lifetime of experience that anybody has complained about having the best person in the world to train you. That is some bitch shit. You should feel like a bitch, and you're going to always be a bitch until you change your attitude. That's fucking ridiculous. That's my bitch call, and I can't believe you bitches. Man, I can't believe you bitches.
Woo! Okay,
All right, I'm
that's a real good one. That's probably the best one we've had in a while.
Yeah, I don't think we need another one after that one. Wrap it up.
Honestly, though,
Should have went last, bro.
Can we all just like
Yeah,
quadruple
man.
down on
Fucking
Steve's? Because I'd be
Oh,
down.
man.
I can't believe this guy Michael Jordan just shows up and plays with us every week.
How dare
My
he be so
God.
good? How dare he have the best
LeBron
player here?
James here again? Wow, this guy just wants to play with us. Fucking oh god, this makes me want to throw up. I would, if I could make myself regurgitate on instant, I would do it.
Regurgitate?
On right now. On
Fucking cow, dude.
You
It
got
like
to
remind me of my kids, dude. Like
Hold
they
on.
don't want to go to school.
Oh god, Suiken?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really have anyone to bitch call except I don't know, all these online warriors with like low defense and 99% offense type of shit. But that's just me. Whatever. They're all bitches.
Welcome to Tekken 8, bro.
Yeah.
You're doing just great.
You're doing just fine.
I honestly I really like Tekken 8 and I don't mind playing online. It's fun. I just like calling in on bitches. That's all.
Yeah. I don't really have one either.
Mm.
Waking up for work sucks. I don't like doing that every day.
Oh.
Damn, you're about to call your work.
I'm about to call it.
Wow.
No, I said
okay.
That was quick.
I like working.
9 to
I just
5
don't like
in
waking
general,
up
bro.
at the same time every day. I was talking about yesterday. I was like, why can't we have like a work schedule? It's like you wake up at 8 today, 9 tomorrow, 10 the next day, 11 the next day. That would be perfect for me, you know? But no, you got to wake up the same time every day and you just get less and less sleep throughout the week. And then by Friday, you're like, I'm dead. I'm just going to sleep on Saturday. I'll wake up on Sunday and then got it back to work on Monday. So my bitch calling is whoever scheduled the TWT Finals to not let me and Steve commentate together. Because what the fuck, man? You know, that's crazy.
The last.
How are you going to have 4 days?
None of the
event,
blocks together?
0 blocks of us
was
together.
sad,
Like
bro.
we did multiple top 8s this year. And then we go to the finals, we do 0 blocks in 4 days. Like, huh?
That's kind of crazy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Fair.
that, Steve. That actually bothered me. So
Who do I got? I guess just fucking online warriors, not like the ranked warriors like Suiken said, just like the social media Twitter warriors that are like,
boy.
oh my god, Tekken is dying. It's fucking
Like how we're just seeing a little bit of everybody here today.
I don't know. It's just fucking, oh my god, dude, shut the fuck up and just play the game or not for once. Please.
I second that
Jesus
bitch calling.
Christ.
I second that bitch
No,
calling.
no. I bet
You are stamped reinforced by Steve. in that
Dude,
bitch
I
calling.
wanted
Yeah,
Tifa too, but God, I'm not that. Like,
know,
come
you
on,
go,
dude.
like,
Like,
those
come
players,
on, dude.
Those
Yeah.
players are the
People
same players ranked.
They were like, but fucking Tifa, I want to see the dolphin get on. bitch."
Yeah, like,
Fucking
Fire.
They didn't want the iconic character. They just wanted the eye candy, bro. That's all they needed.
Right?
And
Y'all
that's
ain't
all they
even care
want.
about fucking Tifa. Y'all went
Yeah,
up for
go on
Tifa.
YouTube.
Yeah, I
bitches.
mean,
Hold
honestly,
that. That's what
They
Yeah.
act like they can't. They're not, didn't mod it. They haven't modded it already. You know, it's like
Right.
it's so ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
I agree, Mike. Go on, Mike.
You right. There
All
you go.
right.
There you
That's
go,
our
Mike.
show. Thank you guys for watching. It's been a fun
Yeah.
one. Hell yeah. Good ass episodes in the books. We'll catch you guys all next time.
Follow.
Follow.
Peace.